And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Go ahead and say it, Ed. Go Tigers!
When I woke up this morning, I was feeling pretty dangerous.
You like that? You like that?
F it. Jamar's down there somewhere.
In the Roman Saints select Marcus Davenport.
No!
Splash Brothers. Yeah.
It's playoff. Keep going, Brace.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the Dirty Boot Sports Podcast, and we've got an interesting one for y'all today. We're going to be doing a all-time LSU football offensive draft, and it's going to be lights out. Thanks for tuning in. Peyton, you want to start us off with your little intro?
So we know how Clay is a Golden State Warriors
Absolutely.
man.
I didn't know that.
One in Louisiana.
I did not know
So, and we just had the British Open end. So these two go together for you, Clay.
All right.
So these group
My favorite two sports.
these
right
group
there.
of, these group of guys go on an annual trip every year to a sporting event. They went to college together. Well, in the beginning of NBA season, they threw $5,000 down on the Golden State Warriors to win the championship.
Great bet.
that. Wow.
So they turn around after winning $39,000. They decide to go to the British Open on that win.
Really?
So they rent Airbnb right across the road from the clubhouse, an $18,000 place to stay at.
Oh, God.
Goodness.
They show up there, and you're gonna love this part, Clay. They go to the first day of the tournament.
Steph Curry?
No, Looney jerseys. All of them were wearing the Looney jerseys to go.
That's when they're real fans right there.
To go, and then they had to be feeling good right to the last minute. So they turned around and put a big investment on McElroy to win the Open. And
Wow.
yes,
Wow.
you know
Wow.
they were sitting there.
They
thinking,
felt really good for about
dude. They were feeling good
68
for,
holes.
That's right. I mean, absolutely, man. But it was a cool story, though.
Yeah.
I saw that story. I said, this is Clay all over right here, man.
I wonder what that would have paid.
I know. They
Probably
didn't.
not a
They,
whole lot.
they didn't say. Well, you'd be surprised
I
because
wonder
man,
how low he was in the odds.
Odds are good on golf bets.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's
It's
hard to
so
predict.
hard.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like even the number one favorites still usually like a
In
plus
the plus.
200.
They're
Yeah.
So
usually
at
a plus
least.
250 or higher. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah,
it's-
it could be
I
plus
bet a little
400.
golf.
yeah.
I had no idea who I was betting on, but
Yeah,
I bet a little golf.
I try to get a little. Yeah, I usually like it after the first 2 days.
I just
You
look
know,
at the names, and if they look like they're a golfer name, then I'll go for
Like
it. Yeah.
Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Put some
Louis
on there.
Oosthuizen, that's just a heck of a name. Like I always think he's going to win it all, but
Yeah, but no, I thought that was pretty neat, man. And they it was a cool story. I think they've been out of college for a while now, but they just keep that tradition up, go every year to some kind of sporting event.
yeah.
Sounds like we need to have them on the podcast.
Right?
So yeah, this is our LSU draft. We're doing it kind of in honor of Peyton's birthday.
Hey.
Happy
So,
birthday,
yeah,
Peyton.
Yeah,
Happy
we're going to
birthday,
give him a first choice of draft
Woo.
pick. And this is also our first one we're going to try with the camera. I think we've kind of forgotten that the first couple minutes. So
Hey,
that's
right
how
on.
we ain't even looked. But it might not work. It might. We'll see. If y'all see a YouTube link, then we have a video for the
So
first
Clay,
time.
break it down what we're gonna do here. What?
Yeah, so LSU O-line is tough to draft. So what we're going to do, we're going to just talk a little bit about, I guess, the best offensive linemen. We're going to build an offensive line as like a collective group. I know we're going to talk about like Andrew Whitworth, guys like that.
Yeah.
And then for quarterback, since there's one that's just miles ahead of everybody, we're going to
I would
take...
think miles is the word.
No,
Like,
no, he's...
light years.
If you look at the stats, it's ridiculous.
I mean, guys, we do have LSU quarterback in the NFL Hall of Fame, though. I'm just saying. Nobody was here, not even Bill was alive to watch him play.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you take that, you're being ridiculous.
Baker's better than him.
God!
Here we go again.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna give everybody Joe Burrow as their quarterback.
Joe Burrow legacy. Yeah.
Yeah, because honestly, if we wouldn't have, whoever got Joe was gonna win. Just because I think he's that much ahead of everyone now. I mean, I guess.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bill wants the Rustin Rocket over here.
Burt Jones.
Yeah.
NFL MVP.
Yeah.
And the great. Oh my God! I just drew a freaking blank.
Jamarcus Russell.
No. Patriots coach.
Danny Etling. No.
Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick said that the Rustin Rocket has the best arm he's ever seen in the NFL ever.
Wow. There you go.
Over Mac Jones.
Oh. Over Tom Brady.
Brady's
Over
arm.
Tom
ain't
Brady.
either.
Not like Max.
Over Brett Favre. All those cats.
So yeah, what we're gonna do? We still want to mention the quarterbacks a little bit. So we're gonna have Burrow as our number one, and we're gonna take a backup quarterback just to have some fun. And then we'll have a backup.
Back to that time whenever LSU played two quarterbacks at one time.
Yeah, because we sucked. Yeah.
Exactly.
So we'll
Justin
go
Jefferson and
Jarrett Lee, baby.
Oh God.
Heck yeah.
And
Don't
then lied
bring
to us
that
and made
back
us
up.
feel like that was going to be a good idea.
Yeah.
Went to the national championship.
Yeah. Sometimes I wish we didn't.
Yeah. What a game that was.
I wish we would have missed the plane.
Yeah, I don't think the offense went to that championship. But we're going to draft a backup quarterback, 2 running backs in true LSU fashion because we never use one, 3 wide receivers, a flex, which can be a running back, receiver, or tight end. And then we're going to try to draft a tight end. I don't think there's 6 that have over like 300 yards in their career at
I highly
LSU.
doubt the flex position is going to be a tight end.
And you never know. You never know.
Way.
I will have bet
You need a
my
blocker.
spot on this podcast.
You need a blocker.
Technically, Cannon could be the flex, the ultimate flex.
Yeah, he could be.
Right.
I learned today
Bro,
he's a
you
tight
giving away
end.
my
Yeah.
secret?
Matter of fact, he should probably be everybody's flex.
Yeah, legacy flex.
I don't think he's that good.
No special teams people at all?
I mean, that can be
You
its own
taking
podcast.
Holiday?
Yeah, I think we'll have to revisit that.
You don't want those special teams in with our defensive draft? We'll
Yeah,
try
I think we
that.
do special teams because
Or just
Trendon definitely
one
comes to my mind.
specialist?
Yeah.
I mean, I think we can take guys
What
in
about
that
kicker?
I think we should take one specialist.
Like a kicker?
Returner, kicker, punter,
Just
long
one- okay.
snapper if you
Whoever you
want.
think was the MVP of special teams.
So
Wow.
a kicker or a returner. How about that? Because a punter is a defensive guy.
Yeah.
Kicker scores points and returners
can.
can score points.
They're offensive players.
But what about Brad Wing, though, man?
Well, we can do him on the defensive draft. And I mean, we don't have to do that. It don't matter. So what do y'all want to do?
Let's say special teams for the defense.
All of the special teams?
We're not prepared for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
And I was going to take Tyron first pick. So to get this started, we're going to let Peyton get his whatever choice of pick he wants.
Well, he's going to be dialing it up, and I'm going to be doing the order real quick.
Yeah.
Yep.
Rayleigh's
So,
going to use the cards.
Chance,
So-
this is your draft order. Chance is going to be number 4 in
Ooh.
order.
Okay.
Bill, you're going to be number 3. I don't think I
I
shuffled
don't
these
think you
cards
shuffled.
enough.
Is somebody,
Clay, number
Ah,
6.
screw you.
How do you like
is somebody
that?
writing this down?
Kyle,
I know it.
number 2.
All right.
What does that leave me?
Number 5.
5.
5's worse than 6. You want to trade? Trade picks?
We'll see. All right, so Peyton, which pick do you want? Do you want that one pick?
Give me one. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Give me one.
You got a name that he wants, I guess.
Yeah,
You get Burrow.
What? No, I know. Burrow's off. I don't.
The big question is, does he handcuff?
I just
With Joe Burrow.
No, with wide receiver. Kind of like a little hand.
no. See, that's the thing. I think there's so many receivers. I think that
Receivers list is nuts.
Wait, are we
So,
going to talk
it's
about
nuts.
offensive line before we get into the draft?
Oh, yeah, hold up. So you want the first pick.
Absolutely.
All right, so who's 2?
Me.
Kyle, what
Yep.
pick do you want?
Don't want to.
All right, he wants 2. Bill, you're 3.
I'm good there.
You want 3. You can barely hear him. But,
Come on, Bill.
4, Chance.
I want 6.
All right,
I'd
Chance
have
wants
done it.
6. It's you. What do you want, Rayleigh?
Well, I mean,
5 or 4?
Yeah, I'll stay with 5.
All right, I'll take 4.
All right.
So the order is Peyton, Kyle, Bill, me, Rayleigh, Chance.
That's right.
All right. So, yeah, let's talk a little offensive line. So who do y'all want to put on our offensive line?
Andrew Whitworth.
And I think we know our left tackle, Will Campbell, right?
I mean, I'm not arguing with Whitworth. I mean, I think It's crazy to think he was never an All-American at LSU.
You're gonna go Kevin Mawai?
He really wasn't?
No, he was not.
Wow.
So just, I mean, but I'm fine with that. I mean, I'm good with that. I mean,
Who else is there? Kevin Mawai or Mawai? However you say his name.
Yeah.
Is he a tackle?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I
college.
But you could put him. You could put him at right.
See, I thought he was guard.
I mean, see, our offensive line is always so weird because it's interchangeable.
Yeah,
it's like the Saints.
And I think about Pochik. Remember Pochik? I freaking love Pochik. He played every single position.
When we were talking about doing this and drafting it, Pochik was top of my list because he could play all of them.
I mean, I thought offensive line, of course, by Andrew Whitworth. Then I thought Ethan Pochik.
And hey, he's done that in the NFL.
He has.
He's played them all. Yeah, he's played all the positions in the NFL.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Whitworth, I think it needs to be a tackle left or right for us.
Who you got the next tackle? Who's your next tackle?
Alan Faneca? What's he that?
Was he a tackle or a guard? I think he's a guard, right?
No, Faneca's a guard.
He was a left guard.
And
let's
he's
throw
for
him at
sure
left
a
guard. Let's throw him at left guard.
He's definitely. I mean, he's an all.
What's the name
he's
again?
He's in the NFL all the time.
Alan Faneca.
Okay.
Faneca.
Yeah.
So we got left tackle, left guard, both Hall of Famers.
I went back and forth. I mean, this is my opinion on the center. Probably gonna
T-Bob.
T-Bob. I would look at him on the show, but
oh, absolutely.
He might listen to this.
I want to get his dad.
I mean, we think us was thinking Will Cushenberry. I mean, would he? You know,
honestly, yeah.
But Ben Wilkerson, he was an All-American.
Whenever I was doing research before I found out, or before we decided this was just a horrible idea to include offensive linemen, I looked up best all-time offensive lineman, and that name kept popping up.
Yeah, he was the third
one.
He was on that 03, on that 03 national.
Yeah, I never heard of him. I looked him up. I was like,
stud,
he's a freaking.
Yeah,
he's
he
legit,
was. He was good. Yeah,
I know.
So Ben Wilkerson at center.
I think Wilkerson's at center.
Is he the only All-American? Probably.
Yeah.
Then there's no debate for that.
Well, yeah, for center, yes.
Nacho Abragamo.
Because
what?
All-American, 1987.
What is that name? Nacho?
Nacho Abragamo.
Nacho.
I don't know that one.
It's a mouthful.
Peyton, you know him?
I do not.
You stumped the swab.
It was 1987. You weren't.
I was born in 89.
Okay.
No, so I mean, I think we got Whitworth left. We'll put
Faneca
at left guard, Wilkerson at center, right guard. I mean,
Damian Lewis.
It was him or Trey Turner.
He was Damian Lewis was an All-American.
He was an All-American.
Consensus.
Higher pick in the draft too, probably.
And they both had great careers, but I always remember Trey Turner struggling at LSU.
Yeah, he became more of an NFL player.
He was his last year was really good. But Miles played him pretty early when he got there, which I think hurt him.
Because every time I see that he's still in the NFL, I'm like, my first thought is, man, he sucked at LSU. So I don't know why I have.
What's Lyle Collins? Did he play tackle or guard? He did both,
He
right?
was the one I didn't know because he could go both ways. He was an All-American.
You know,
He's
so
a
who do we have at right tackle?
But he wasn't a first rounder. He should have been. He got screwed.
Yeah. Who do we have at right tackle? Do you want to slide Collins into? So put Collins at right guard.
I put Collins at right guard.
And
I
then,
like that.
Yeah.
I
so
do like
you
that.
don't. I'm assuming that none of you've heard of Eric Endelseck, two-time All-American, 86, 87.
Oh, there we go.
I actually had him written down. Yeah.
Okay.
What was he? What position?
Guard.
Oh, two-time All-American.
You know.
I mean, you had Stephen Peterman, who was an All-American on that 03 national championship team too, that guard. I mean, if you want to go that route too, I mean, but I kind of like the five we just had.
So Andrew Whitworth, Alan Faneca, Ben Wilkerson, Lyle Collins, Kevin Mulway.
Yeah,
I like it.
I like it. I do. I like it a lot.
Put me in as quarterback, man. I'm ready.
Bill's got like a pre-'80s draft over here too.
Yeah.
Bill's going to be the black and white pictures like Railey was for the NBA.
He's got players. They didn't have helmets back then.
Oh, come on.
Leatherheads,
baby.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Is there a way to type our picks?
Yeah, I can
on
do
the
that.
screen?
I can do that.
think that'd be good.
All right, so
Yeah, if you're wondering at home, we're working with a new setup up here in the studio
Yes,
too.
an awesome
I'll
setup.
post some pics
You
online.
need to
We can
post
do
a
that.
picture of the setup because we got two TVs now. One, we got the home run derby on right here, and Try Hard Pete Alonso just lost. Hallelujah. And then on the left one, we're gonna have like a stat/fact checker, and this could be a really cool setup. And right now we have the all-time leaders for LSU's like passing, rushing yards, and stuff like that pulled up. So We should give you some accurate information.
We got to do our fantasy draft here.
Yeah, we will. We will.
I agree.
So we're gonna start it off. We've got our O-line pretty good, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
And then we're gonna have Peyton with the first pick. So you can take any position. You're not limited to quarterback first and nothing
like
like
fantasy
that.
football draft.
He's on the clock.
Yeah, you're on the clock.
I want to sit here and
You wanted that one pick bad. I want to know who that is.
It's Kevin Falk.
Okay. Dang it.
Okay.
I mean,
I agree.
Guy that numbers should be retired in the stadium, in my opinion. I think he probably should even have a statue out there in the stadium. Speaking of statues,
Yeah, Peyton's big on statues.
Hey, I
man.
mean,
LSU
Pistol Pete
campus.
just finally getting one at LSU. I mean, how long? But I mean, he had 4,557 yards.
That's right.
And I'm glad you mentioned that about like retiring the number and statue.
Yeah.
Before we get into all this, Joe Burrow, like nobody should touch 9 again.
They
nobody.
should.
Ever.
It should be already retired.
Yeah, so he should have a statue.
And his name should be spelled with EAUX.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm sorry. We just we glossed over Joe a little bit too quick.
Yeah, but he's our quarterback.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
We need to kind
That
of
is
like
true.
we need to like gall over him, I guess is the word.
I mean, I've got the Joe Burr headband on right
Yeah,
now.
that's right.
The Joe Burr.
But no, I mean, Falk had 46 touchdowns.
Yeah, 46 rushing
I don't
touchdowns,
know if
number
that's
one
ever
all
getting
time.
touched.
It's kind of a clear choice, isn't it, for best running back?
To me,
there's
it
a lot
is.
of good names behind him.
Because the receiver list is so big.
Would anybody have picked another running back over Kevin?
I would have because I never watched them, and I'm going with guys that I actually remember.
I mean, he had a serviceable NFL career.
Yeah, I know Kevin Falk, and I remember him Patriots, right?
Did you watch? I mean, were you too young to?
No, his last year was 98. I was born in 2000. So I wasn't even close. The first running back, like I remember, was like Joseph Adai a little bit.
Yeah.
So that I'm taking pretty much everything from that.
So
that era on.
you were about that.
I remember like that 03 team a little bit.
Yeah, but Adai was really
04.
05, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think
01 to 05.
Yeah, 05 is when he really had his good year because the 03 team. It was more of a Justin Vincent, Alec Broussard,
and that's
team.
And I don't remember either of them really.
Justin Vincent is one of my favorite. Probably
he's on my list.
He's not on there, but man, he's one of my. He was like
when I think about my earliest LSU memories, it's Matt Mock, Justin Vincent.
That's right,
yeah.
No doubt.
And I don't remember
Let Peyton have Vincent.
Yeah, take him one.
And my memories are different than that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I can't wait to hear about it.
The first quarterback I remember is I don't remember Jamarcus Russell as much as I remember Matt Flynn.
Oh wow,
yeah.
Like I mean, I knew of Russell when he got drafted, but
Russell gets all because of what happened in the NFL.
Yeah,
it's just in college, man. And if he would play in today's game,
I would have drafted him.
Phenomenal.
Yeah,
I mean, just. Could sling it all over the yard, and he had weapons all around him too. I mean,
it's fun to watch.
He was fun,
and like Michael Clayton, I don't remember him.
Yeah, I remember him as well.
He's top of my list.
Yeah, I needed to be born about 5 years early, like Travis.
Yeah, you did. You missed a lot of good years there.
Yeah, so yeah, my list is going to be a lot different from y'all's.
Hey, I know, I like that. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
So, Kevin Falk, number 1.
Kevin Falk.
Who's number 2, Kyle?
Yep,
man.
Kyle's on the clock.
Yeah, and forever I was stuck on another running back, but after kind of looking over this list because I have not done any research, I think I'm going to go with arguably the second greatest running back in LSU history. You know, he's number 4 all time on yards, but he did it in 3 years, and that's Leonard Fournette.
Absolutely good pick.
Still making waves.
See that report today?
Came in.
I was going to mention that.
260 coming. The coaches are pissed.
After he's got
that 3-year contract.
He's going to have to lose about probably 40
or
30.
That's my side.
He's going to lose 30.
He can play 230.
He can probably play 240.
He played 230 last year, they said.
He needs to be 230. Yeah. He can get there though.
Man, some of the
pro athlete.
Some of my favorite games going to LSU was some of his games. Man, when he was running over
highlight after highlight.
What he did to Ole Miss
on the I was on that sideline, man. When he just flipped that dude over him, like.
And we talked about LeBron and all the hype he had. Fournette didn't have as much height, but he had some freaking height,
dude.
Number 1 prospect in LSU history.
Yeah, exactly. Number 1 prospect, and I mean,
In the
country.
country.
I think his 24/7 score is
He's
like a
top 5 all time.
It's like a 9.996.
Yeah, is that raw
He
score?
almost had 4,000 yards. I mean, that's nuts.
Yeah. And to be honest,
it was nicked up a lot.
Yeah, I was about to say he felt underwhelming.
That's right.
He had an ankle.
He almost had a 2,000 yard season in 2015.
Like he did insane stuff. He's third in rushing touchdowns all time, and he's fourth in rushing yards. Yet it feels like he could have done a lot more.
That Ole Miss game we were talking about, he had 284 yards.
I was there.
Yeah,
dude, that's when he had all the. You watch his highlight reel. 5 to 6 plays from that game.
Yeah, and I think about the Auburn stiff arm when the dude was on his.
He just pushed him down. Yeah. But if you remember that
2015, and he was 6 touchdowns less than Kevin Falk's all-time record. So if he plays another year, or if he's just healthy his entire stay, I think he has that.
Without a doubt.
Well, and if you remember that 2015 year, he had the Heisman in his hands.
Yeah.
Until we went to freaking Bama and Miles.
And he, what was it, like 12 carries for 32 yards or something?
Freaking Saban put 11 in the box and said, do something else. And Miles toss-dived it right, toss-dived it left.
I hate the toss-dive.
Lost the Heisman.
I hate running the ball.
Championship run that year. I mean, he lost everything because of that.
I hate that. That was Miles's, fall. You know, it's like he just could not adapt.
Old school. Yeah, old school.
Yet we didn't throw to tight ends.
And guys.
Never have.
And guys.
We ran 3.
And we're going to apologize now because when we're drafting, we're probably going to say Miles screwed this guy, Miles screwed that guy.
I loved Miles
love
still,
Miles.
though.
If he's listening.
I love his trick plays.
He ever saw.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Y'all can keep y'all's love for Miles. I don't want
it. Clay never lived through Saban. You know, and I remember Saban.
Satan?
So,
Miles is the most winning coach of LSU of all time, though, right? I mean,
hey, none of y'all lived through Mike Archer, so I don't want to hear it.
But no, that's a great pick, Kyle. I mean, I actually went back and forth between him and Falk, but I
know who Bill's going to take.
Both are deserving.
Yeah.
Yeah, good pick.
This is Bill Cannon.
I think you're going to pick who I was debating.
This is Cannon. This has got to be Cannon.
Okay. As tight end.
I think he's going to pick a Saints great.
I'm going a running back.
He's going Hilliard.
Hilliard. Dalton Hilliard.
Hey, good pick.
Told you.
Good pick.
Never heard of him.
If you never seen him.
You know his son.
Did you
Kenny, his boy?
Did you mute the games?
Yeah.
Every time Kenny Hilliard touched the ball, they mentioned his dad.
Yeah.
I remember Kenny Hilliard like it was yesterday, number 27.
That's all.
Dalton.
And did you not see Dalton playing for the Saints?
Yeah, he got drafted by the Saints.
You weren't alive.
Another 4,000-yard guy.
He was so
It was 1985, Bill.
86.
I was negative 10.
86.
You should know that. You have a kid my age.
She talks about him all the time.
She's a real fan.
She's a fan.
That's her favorite LSU running back. Yeah. So Hilliard, second all-time in rushing yards, second all-time in rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, he was the standard.
And he was the LSU running back when I really started watching. I mean, I think
college days.
It was after Jerry Stovall was coach when not as a player, but when he was the coach. That's when I really started watching LSU. And
he's in the Saints.
I was going to ask
Saints Hall of Fame.
Bill Armstrong
Hall of Fame.
I was going to ask you what's your LSU history? Because I know you.
I remember Charlie McClendon being the coach.
Yeah.
But then, really when Jerry Stovall, because late at night on Channel 8, they'd have the Jerry Stovall show. And we'd get to, you see all the highlights from the week. And, during those years, it was right before high school and then high school.
So do you think you were an LSU fan growing up, you would say, for sure?
Oh, yeah.
But you always had that Tech love, too? Because I consider you a Tech guy more than an LSU guy.
Well, I am.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a homer. But,
yeah.
I've always, LSU football and basketball.
Yeah.
Really been following them for a while.
It is interesting how your growing up memories you tied to these different teams, these different years, these different players, man.
And I think they should because there's nothing worse than like a 25-year-old bandwagon guy.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that might be me, but
like a 9-year-old
I'm a huge Bills fan.
Hey, I got a hat.
My bad, guys.
Well, I was too. OJ.
There we go.
Is that 4 in a row?
OJ's coming on the podcast.
We're gonna
That's
get
the,
a
that's
We're
the
working on
loudest
it.
Bill is on these podcasts.
But when
he
OJ
says
when OJ comes on, I'm sitting over there and I'm going to be strapped.
Oh man.
We're gonna get a metal detector when he walks in. Yeah. We're gonna get an OJ counter on the wall, and we're gonna click every time.
I'm
Bill
breaking out
mentions
the isotoners.
Is this 4 in a row?
It is 4 in a row. Yeah.
Keep it up, Bill.
Yeah.
All right. Good pick. Clay?
I have no idea.
Somebody from 2008 on?
Heck yeah.
this is
Current
Hey,
roster.
this is the 2019 pick right here. This is the 2019 pick. I'm feeling it.
I don't know. Let's see.
Greatest team maybe ever.
I'm taking Danny Etling. Nah.
Hey, he deserves some respect.
No, he doesn't.
He didn't turn
Solid.
the ball over.
Hey, can he be tight end? Didn't he try that for the
threw it 12
Patriots?
times a game.
I think you should go tight end on this pick.
Foster in a row.
See, I've thought about that honestly. I don't know, man.
There's plenty of other positions, really. You could.
He's going Jamar Chase.
Why do y'all always just say my picks?
Because I know your picks. I know your picks. I can read your mind.
Chase. He's going Chase.
I really want to.
Oh, I know. Just
I
go
really
ahead
want
and do
to.
it.
What a debate.
Fine,
Is
I'll
he
take
the
it. I'll take
Jamar
it.
Chase.
First
Jamar
wide
Chase.
receiver off
Since
the
we're
board,
making
guys.
you.
Yeah. I mean that honestly that was my number one receiver coming in, just because he's. I mean, what did he do that freaking year? Yeah, 1,780 yards.
Yeah,
Single
biggest-
season leader. Yeah.
20 touchdowns. 23 touchdowns in his career. 4th all time, and he played freaking 1.5 years.
Yeah.
Chase is insane.
He
and
did that with. Okay, look at that. All right, guys. I'm sorry you can't see this. Single season top 3 receiving yards. They're all 3 in 2019.
Yeah,
touchdowns.
that's
touchdowns. Okay,
Still.
that's nuts.
Still,
though.
it's impressive.
That's-
Yeah.
And so Jamar Chase did that with Jefferson and Terrence Marshall, who are
NFL
Yeah.
studs.
big time.
Yeah, but he. I mean,
is he everybody else's number one wide receiver pick?
No.
I'm just curious.
No.
I mean, I
It
think
was
there's
him or
better
JJ.
guys, but
It's Reed.
in my lifetime, I don't think there's been anyone that's just
that
dominated
caliber.
like he did.
Yeah.
And
Unless that
I like it
he
there.
wasn't going to play receiver for him, he's going to be a corner.
yeah, and there's a good chance he.
Yeah,
Yes, he did.
We need to fact check that.
There's a good chance that he becomes probably the best wide receiver in LSU history in the NFL.
There's a chance.
I mean,
definitely.
between him and his teammate,
Yeah.
him and Jefferson, I think.
According to JJ on a podcast the other day, he is the second best receiver in the league behind Devontae Adams.
At
Yeah.
that position, you got to have that kind of.
Oh, you do.
swag.
But I mean-
I'm okay with
But look what JJ has done, though. I mean,
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Jamar has kind of overshadowed him because he came in his rookie year and blew it up. But
Played with
and-
an actual good quarterback.
yeah, and he. Well, I mean, hold on. Put some respect on Kirk's
Why?
Captain Kirk's name.
Baker's better.
Because he's
You like
efficient.
that?
Gosh, dang it!
Baker is better than.
Leave Captain Kirk alone. But no, I mean JJ is incredible.
And, I have to keep him with Burrow like he always is.
Yeah,
So someone had to take him. I'll take him number 1. Why not?
I knew you would.
I mean, I had Clay's name written all
Right?
over it right there.
Oh, is it my pick, huh?
You're
Well,
up.
definitely, just from a strategy standpoint, I'm going to go wide receiver, man, because it's a trend.
paper,
Yeah,
bro.
thanks. I got a napkin here, guys. I wrote some notes on. Kyle feels sorry for me.
Should've told me
Nicole
before
got
we
him on a
started
budget this
recording.
month.
I'm going to reuse this at another draft. I can't even read my writing. I need some glasses.
Is that patient information on there? Is that prescription?
Micro what?
You guys. All right. Well, kind of like we talked about earlier, of when you started watching football and kind of young and impressionable. My heart says maybe go Justin Jefferson here, right?
Yeah.
Probably better, but I'm going to go with how I feel and who I like.
I like it.
And for that, I'm going with Dwayne Bowe, man.
Heck yeah.
Might be a little
Yeah,
reach.
no doubt.
Might be a little reach, but he's
Heck
the
yeah.
TD leader, correct? If I'm not mistaken.
He
tied.
is number 26.
Yeah.
He's got 20. No, he's number 1.
And
JJ's got 26 too.
It says 24 on Wikipedia.
Wikipedia's wrong. No.
Might be.
He also racked up
I thought he had
2,400 yards. Nothing to sneeze at there. And just when I started playing fantasy football and
Yeah,
being
for
an
sure.
LSU fan,
God, I wanted him to be so much better than what he was in the league. I mean,
he had
was
some
good.
really good years.
He
though,
was good,
early
but
on.
I thought
He had some
he was
bad
going to be an all-pro.
quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah.
He didn't have the best quarterback
Matt Castle?
situation.
Maybe his first 2 or 3 years were killer.
But Kansas City was not
Yeah.
Kansas City now.
Second
Where
team
did
All-Pro,
Debo
2010.
play
Something
high school
Debo.
football at?
Miami.
Okay.
Yeah, 2010 second team All-Pro, NFL leader in receiving touchdowns.
Crazy.
Yeah, he was top of the list.
I thought he was going to be top tier throughout his career.
You write a 20, 25 list receiver guys from LSU. He's actually one of the few that's not a Louisiana boy.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
most,
why
all of them
I was trying to figure out where he
came from.
High school, yeah.
Where else did he go? Yeah, Browns. That's what I thought. And then that was it.
Yeah.
He was done.
That was it.
Baker got him out.
I think he got a big contract. And kind of just
I think it was Derek Anderson.
Who was this quarterback?
Baker doesn't have a good rep with any
It was Derek Anderson.
wide receiver.
He had 7 different quarterbacks, I guarantee you.
Derek Anderson, Jason.
That's what I'm saying. Bo never had the
Derek Anderson was a Pro Bowler.
Did he not go to New England for a stint? Maybe he did.
Oh, he had Johnny Mans.
You're thinking of Randy Moss. They look a lot alike.
Yeah, Johnny Mans.
Tall with some braids.
I thought he went and tried out for him or something. Because maybe I'm wrong on that.
Josh McCown was around there. Connor Shaw. Oh, yeah, he had a squad.
Yeah.
Josh Gordon was suspended.
Browns.
Josh Gordon was high.
Yeah.
Then I got high.
Allegedly.
Hey, let us do an NFL receiver draft. I'll take Josh 1.
He will.
I love from Josh. All right. So
apparently the league does too because they give him a try every year.
Hey, he deserves it. I've been wanting him in New Orleans forever.
He's been washed for how many years?
No, they just don't give him a chance. They just don't.
It's
don't
like
throw
him
the
and
ball.
Kaepernick.
Yeah, that's right. I mean,
they've been out of the league the same amount of time. All right, Chance, who you got?
Number 6.
We're already 6?
Yeah.
Not 6th
I was
round.
not prepared. My bad.
And you get 2 picks.
I do get 2 picks. I'm thinking along the lines of Clay. I might take a tight end just because there's so few. But I think they all suck, so I might not do that.
Hey.
Oh, no disrespect.
Hey.
They just
Let's
did
Let's hope nobody's listening.
Let's go Joseph Adai.
Okay.
Joseph Adai. I don't remember vividly like watching every single play, but I remember him being there. I remember when he graduated or whatever. It was time to go to the NFL draft. I was a Peyton Manning fan at that time.
That's right.
Big Peyton Manning fan.
He got a Super Bowl ring.
And I talked to my
nephew
granddaddy
sucks.
about it, and he was like, "Who do you think the Colts are going to pick in the draft?" I said, "They're going to pick Joseph Adai." They picked Joseph Adai.
They did.
So
NFL Insider Chance.
that's one of my favorite. Yeah, that's one of my favorite memories about Joseph Adai and LSU football is saying he's going to go.
You got an Adai jersey, don't you?
Yeah.
I have his jersey downstairs.
that's what I thought.
Yeah. So
Yeah, you were a big Colts guy.
He was
yeah,
a
because
great
the Saints didn't have a
NFL
good
back.
quarterback. As soon as Drew came to the Saints, I was like, it's time to go.
Bandwagon.
I did. I jumped on the bandwagon as I should have.
Right.
So-
Joseph had 2,500 yards.
Hey, he was
That's
solid.
good. Yeah.
He was solid. So I'll take him with.
And I feel he was one of the better pass catching backs too.
Well, that's why he did so well in
He's
Indy.
probably the best in the NFL.
Pass catching wise or
No,
running
out
back?
of all the running backs.
You could kind of say he was a little ahead of his time because
Kevin Falk had a good career.
And Kevin Falk was just
he was around for a long time.
I mean, post Kevin Falk, he's probably the best in the NFL. Maybe Leonard Fournette, but
Did any of them make a Pro Bowl? Fournette probably did.
Adai did for sure. Fournette
He didn't.
has.
I just looked.
Adai didn't.
Neither has Fournette. Do we not have a Pro Bowl running back from LSU?
Dalton
Hilliard probably.
No, Dalton Hilliard was all pro.
I thought
Yeah.
Jeremy Hill.
Jeremy Hill had a really good year.
Yeah, Jeremy Hill was solid.
That's another sleeper that come through LSU.
Heck yeah.
But
Because
he had a lot
playing
of
with 4 other ones.
well that and he had some off.
He didn't make the Pro Bowl, but he led the NFL in rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
That shows you what the Pro Bowl.
Chance, who you got with your second
Joseph
pick?
Adai first.
Mm-hmm.
Then for my second pick, let's go with Justin Jefferson. I think he deserves some respect.
Yeah, that's solid.
And I'm not gonna lie, I think he was better LSU than Jamar Chase was.
He was.
That's arguable.
I mean,
think he was.
coming into the 2019 season, Jefferson was the one. That's how I looked at it as, at least.
I mean,
Chase
'cause
blew up in the 19 season.
And we knew what Jefferson was going into that last year.
Crazy to think too, man. Like if it wasn't for his last name, would he ever been at LSU?
He'd have never been there.
He was a 2-star.
I mean, LaRose or Laplace.
He was worth 4 years of Jordan at quarterback.
He got the phone call in July. After he graduates in Maine High School, he's committed to nowhere. In July, he gets a phone call. hey, come join the team. He said he walks in the locker room. He's like number 120. That's what his jersey number is. Like,
I believe it.
I mean, think about that. And I'm not sure he got that call if it wasn't for his two brothers that played for LSU.
Yeah.
And look what he did, And he always had that grit about it. That's what I liked. He played with
Chip
that
on the shoulder.
Gritty,
chip on the shoulder. And a lot of guys on that 19 team did.
He was gritty. Right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
A lot of the guys did on that team, man. There was a lot of. Give us that to us again, all right?
You're doing the gritty, baby.
Yeah, but no, it's
Landry probably knows what the gritty is.
Big time.
So yeah, receiving in 2018. What were the stats here? Jefferson 875 yards, 6 touchdowns. Chase 313 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he
was already kind of established.
Yeah. Which he was a year older, so
and
made
Chase
sense.
comes
There's
in,
our stud Leonard Fournette. Right there.
as a
Forgot about Leonard.
As a high top recruit, Big Four. Some places had him 5-star, but he still played with that chip on his shoulder too.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what made them.
That whole receiving crew in 2019 was just.
Man, Terrence Marshall.
All three of them, man. It's
yes.
Stud after stud.
There were some people who were like, Terrence Marshall might be the best pro out of the three.
Hey, Nick Brosette. I forgot about Nick Brosette.
He does look more prototypical.
Chance.
Hey, I watched him run up and down against me my junior year, man. So I got it.
Y'all went down there thinking y'all had a chance.
We sure did. We got off the bus saying they were overrated. We lied to ourselves. I think they made it to like the semifinals.
56-6 or something like that.
Yeah, they had y'all remember Craig Thorpe, the old coach? His son was a quarterback.
Sling it. His son held the clipboard for LSU for 10 years on the sideline. I swore he did. Yep. Every time they showed Les Miles, old Craig Thorpe had that clipboard with the colored jersey over him. I mean,
somebody had to run the offense.
You're right.
We're on the list.
Hey, we had trick plays, so we'll be all right.
Yeah,
we can fake a kick.
Bounce the ball off the ground, fake field goal.
That's the best thing Miles ever did.
Yeah.
And say, run, Hester.
Run straight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep in the wide receiver family, man.
All right.
And another just player that is near and dear to my heart, man. And I'm gonna go OBJ, man.
Ooh,
yeah. Hey, let the band play neck.
Yeah,
he'll pay the fee. But just another one of those players. Exciting to watch. Maybe there's one or two other players that are better. But loved him in LSU and loved him in the NFL.
I think the coolest thing is that he's like LSU born and bred, literally.
Oh, no doubt, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mom was a track star.
He ain't there except for his parents,
That's right.
Meeting there.
I mean,
even though he can't step foot on campus right now,
Yeah,
still. But I mean,
hey, it's okay. We earned it. It's fine. We can wear that.
Yeah. No, it's.
And he's another career that probably was a little bit underwhelming, just because of the quarterback situation. Did he play with Mettenberger?
He had Mettenberger.
Yeah, but
that was the first year LSU didn't have a defense,
and he played with Juice.
That was it was our worst defense in the last 20 years.
Who'd we play? It was
Jeremy Hill too.
Was Iowa?
Yeah,
was
Jeremy
that the
Hill,
Outback Bowl year?
Mettenberger, yeah. You had Landry and OBJ.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And just had no defense. We couldn't stop nobody.
Yeah, Mettenberger doesn't get enough recognition, in my opinion.
No, he does not.
Yeah, but he was
because he was kind of a one-year wonder.
He's the second best one we've had since Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah,
without a doubt.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, for sure.
No, it's not even that.
I mean, Matt Flynn was right after Russell. Matt Flynn was better than Mettenberger.
I think Mettenberger was better than Matt
Flynn.
Flynn
Had a lot of talent around him.
Flynn was a game manager.
Well, Mettenberger didn't
slung it.
Mettenberger didn't.
Look at the stats.
Well, yeah, it's a different era.
That's also true.
We actually started trying to catch up with the league.
Yeah.
We're still 5 years behind, but I mean, crap. Houston had Case Keenum throwing for 6,000 every year
at Tech too.
Yeah. So
that game too.
I think it's back on.
That's me,
Clay. Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Y'all shut up. Because I don't even know.
Bad Moss.
I think he's gonna trade some picks.
He can trade back in the draft.
Terrence
he wants
Marshall.
JJ. Yeah.
I mean, Baker is throwing to Terrence Marshall now, so there might be a connection there for Clay.
Hey.
I ain't seen it yet. Terrence might not make the team. I don't know.
Baker might not either.
Yeah.
It's just keep coming.
So I got Chase. Chance is making every bit of noise possible.
It's a tough spot to get out.
let's see. Do I want to go another receiver? No, let's go running back. We'll go Darius Geis.
Good pick, man.
Yeah.
If he got back around to me, I would definitely have got him.
He, while they were at LSU, Geis felt like the more talented guy over Fournette to me.
A lot of extracurriculars.
Yeah, I mean, he had some stuff go on, but yeah, I don't know. Whenever Fournette left, and then Geis had what, 1 or 2 years? I forget how many it was.
He racked up 3,000 yards.
Yeah,
He's the guy.
Yeah, number 5 all time on rushing. What is he on touchdowns? Number 7 on touchdowns. A bit of a drop there, though, from 29 to 40 between him and Fournette. Had some crazy games, like Texas A&M 2016, 385.
Don't forget that
385, man.
Don't forget that drop was because he was behind Fournette.
Yeah.
I mean, so he never had a chance to see the field for a little while.
So, yeah, 3 of our top rushing single-season yard games, he's got 3 of the top 5.
Yeah, exciting guy to watch.
And Chance is making every bit of noise he can.
Sorry.
Brotherly love.
This is all on camera, too.
It is, yeah.
All my tosses of the body armor.
Sponsored by Body Armor. Yeah, guys, he wasn't more talented than Fournette, but he just felt like it. I don't know why.
I thought he was going to have a great career in the NFL.
And he probably should have.
He should have. Yeah, I think. And
because he wasn't bad his first year. He tore his ACL. Was it rookie year or second year? Okay.
How old were you when Geis was playing, just for reference?
14.
No, 14.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's prime LSU to me.
Memory, yeah.
For sure.
And he's nice.
Yeah. Huh?
He wasn't that nice.
Ladies man.
Bill.
Ladies man. Speaking of ladies man, Bill.
Let's move on, Bill.
OJ.
The gas station man.
All right.
Here's your lesson.
I'm going to go with one you've probably not seen. Well,
Educate us.
Okay.
Have you seen TVs?
He was the. Oh yeah, I love this. One of the most exciting running backs to watch. It was Kevin Falk's running mate, Cecil the Diesel Collins.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow, yes.
Let me tell you, you go back and watch some of his stuff. And I know he's not up on the.
Played for the Jags, didn't he?
I've never even heard of him.
He's not on my list either.
Never heard of him, I think.
The who?
I think it was the Dolphins.
Okay.
I can look up on our new TV. Keep talking
Cadillac?
about him, though? What did he do?
Oh, man.
Cecil
he just
Collins.
ran over people. He was
Cecil
just a
the Diesel.
huge dude.
Oh, it's a great picture
I was
whenever you look
about to
him
say,
up.
look like a mugshot.
Freaking mugshot.
That's because he broke in somebody's house. Okay? He was in jail at the time.
He's in Bill's list over there.
You were right.
Yeah.
Is that Miami? Yep.
1 year. Wait, out of McNeese State. Did he leave
I
LSU?
think he transferred. Yeah, I think when he broke in,
Didn't even
that
graduate.
mugshot is from college.
Oh, God. He was kicked off the LSU squad for the second season. Wait, he only played 1 year?
It was an exciting year.
He broke his leg. He played 4 games.
Watch him.
Did he break into your house? Is that why it was exciting?
We can't talk about it. It's still in litigation.
He claimed he was sleepwalking.
That's a great story.
I knew he was an LSU running back there.
That's a reach.
That's an F on the draft.
Hey, he had 400 yards.
So cool. Just
He had 400 yards with
Kuiper
Miami.
would not like you right now.
So this man played 4 games at LSU?
4 of the most exciting games I've ever seen.
596 yards in 4 games is good. Yeah.
Gotta go back
Sorry,
and
guys, I'm
watch it.
sleepwalking.
That's a pick right there.
Hey, I like it, Bill.
I do too, Bill.
It's outside the box.
Hey,
He's not outside the box.
Fifth round pick from McNeese State. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that is.
He had plenty of talent.
Has to be the
It
highest.
sounded like he could have been one of the greatest, though. I mean,
has
only
to be
played
the
4.
highest
No doubt.
drafted player in Man East State
Yeah.
history.
10th in the DBS draft.
I wonder if he left LSU and went to McNeese and finished or what.
He got drafted over a lot of good people.
10th in the DBS draft.
Where's Cecil?
He
Sorry.
probably played overseas in Canada.
He's from Kentucky.
About the Great Lakes.
Over Lake.
You missed that.
He wouldn't do it.
You missed that. We'll have to explain
We'll have
that
to explain later,
That's
Chad.
right.
Lake Olympia and all that.
All right, Cecil Collins.
Cecil the Diesel.
Nobody has to take them off their list.
Hey guys, I looked around. Not one pen got picked up.
Nobody marked that out.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
We were signing the signing paper.
They should have had him on that Longest Yard movie.
Oh, God. That's who Chris Rock was. Yeah.
Or Naked. That's Nelly's character.
Oh, Nelly, yeah.
Who we got next?
Oh, is it back on me?
No, it's my turn.
Dang,
Hold on.
I'm confused.
Hold on.
Really got like 8 picks on team.
So my pick is going to be the all-time leader in receiving yards at LSU, and that's Josh Reed.
Never heard of him until today.
Yeah,
What?
2001. He was
2001. I was
All-American.
Yeah, but every time they show highlights of him.
I didn't start watching until after the national championship.
You're
I'm a
12 years
bandwagon guy
older
too.
than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who did you watch?
Josh
USC.
Reed was a guy that I would watch on. 2001. I was like in junior high, and thinking back to it, he wasn't the one that caught the Bluegrass Miracle, but like that's what I think of LSU football on Saturdays, tuning in on CBS.
Number 25.
Yeah,
That's
What
an
a
ugly number.
I said weird number. And over 3,000 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was solid. For
That
years.
was back when they
It's a value
weren't
pick.
slinging the ball over the yard.
I mean, he's the
Blinkenkoff.
Blinkenkoff
he won
award
Buckeye
winner.
Award, yeah.
Had a serviceable NFL career. Played
Yeah,
about
he
eight,
did.
9
Bills.
years in the league. He wasn't bad with the Bills either.
That's where I was going next.
Was he on the team when they played Texas A&M at the Independence Stadium and it snowed? Does anybody remember that game?
Bill?
Probably 2000, 2001.
Yes, that was him.
Yeah.
2000.
Talking about
The bowl
They'll show highlights of it a lot.
Well, yeah, I remember watching it that night.
Oh,
It was
okay.
snowing. I mean, it was snowing crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, he was just a guy. Just remembered being an LSU star and was there. He did that in 3 years. That's not
Yes,
bad.
that's right.
All American. Yeah.
And that was before.
I'm going to say,
Yeah, that was before passing.
Come on now. Peyton Manning was in the league by that point.
And that was now Saban got there and
his freshman year he played running back.
Hence the 25.
Might be 25.
I didn't know the running back thing.
Yeah, he wasn't a
That's
big
new
guy.
to
He was
me.
like, what, 5'10"?
No, he was little.
5'10", 210.
Yep.
Yeah,
All right.
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
Peyton-
I learned a lot about
That's a
him.
name
That's
that
who
I
I was
know.
about to pick. I didn't know you was going to get take right there. God.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You got 2 picks here.
Birthday boy.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go running back again
All right.
since it's getting a little
Getting kind of thin.
it's getting a little thin. And I'm gonna go. And I don't remember a lot about him. Like I remember he's kind of one of my first ones I started when I started watching LSU when I was little. LeBron Tofield.
Yeah.
You see, I see that name. I'd never heard of him.
Well, you definitely wouldn't have.
Yeah.
I was young when he was.
What year was he there?
Ooh,
2001.
yeah.
Okay.
Apparently, he was like
that's
the.
about when I started watching around 2000 when I was getting into watching LSU.
I saw that he was like a complimentary back to somebody. I forget who it was. Who would have been on the team around
I
then.
want to say, did he not leave the year before the national championship team? Was he not on the
Like
02
Justin
team?
Vincent. Because Vincent was a freshman in 03.
He was drafted in 03, yeah. He never won a championship.
Yeah, he was the year before. That's what I'm saying.
Vincent won a championship. He was a
Vincent was a
It's
freshman.
not Vincent then. Ali Broussard? Was that after?
He was on
No, Allie, Vincent, all of them were on that 03 team. Now, Vincent and Broussard were both freshmen. They came in together. No, Vincent was a freshman. Broussard was a sophomore in 03. But Tofield was like the first player that really I gravitated toward when I think of LSU because he was the one that I watched when I started out watching LSU.
Yeah.
And I mean, he had good numbers. He had over 2,000 yards rushing. He had 26 touchdowns. Considering I don't remember how many years he actually. I mean, I know what years he played, but I don't know how many years he actually got playing time. Can you see that, Clay?
He was first team All SEC in 01.
Okay.
3-year starter, it says.
See, I don't remember being a 3-year starter. So okay.
Rushed for
Probably in those last 2 years is when he got a lot of that.
Yeah, majored in general studies.
That's my kind of guy there. That's right.
Get in and get out.
What do you go? I'm in football.
Yeah.
I'm here to play football.
That's
coach.
right.
4th round pick to the Jags as well. Didn't really play, but
He never really had much of an NFL career.
7 touchdowns rushing. So that's
And did he ever go anywhere besides the Jags? I remember him being the Jags.
Trot out for the Panthers and then the New York Centennials for the UFL.
Wasn't he with the Jags when Mark Brunell was there?
Fred Taylor, MJD.
Yeah, he was behind Fred Taylor and MJD.
That's right.
He had a fun career. He had a slightly longer NFL career than Cecil Collins.
Yeah.
And a slightly longer LSU career.
Yeah. And a slight shorter arrest record.
Maybe. Yeah. So, yeah, that's a good pick.
Yeah.
I like it, Peyton.
And I'm going to go receiver here.
Your number one receiver right here. Who it is.
Gotta be LaFell, huh?
That's who I was about to say.
Easy, Kyle.
I had.
Kyle just predicts everyone's pick.
I had between
Mind
him
reader.
or Michael Clayton, but LaFell was.
So you're going LaFell?
Yeah,
LaFell's a freaking animal, man.
Yes, he was.
He's fun to watch.
I hated he got drafted by the Panthers.
Me too. And hey, he had a long NFL career.
Patriots?
Yeah,
He won a championship.
Yeah, he got a ring for the. He was on the.
Was he on the 28-3 team?
Or
the
maybe
because he was at the end of his career when he got there.
No, he wasn't 28-3. No,
XLI,
it was 2014,
whatever that
2015.
is. Patriots defeat
Click on it.
the Seahawks.
Good for them.
Oh, the Malcolm Butler game.
Yeah.
And then he played 3 more years.
I was about to say he
Bengals
was
and
like
Raiders.
a contributor. I think.
How long of an NFL career he had?
2010 to 2018.
Man, it felt longer than that.
So, I mean, he just retired 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's not
4
bad.
years ago.
No, it's not bad. It just felt like he was there
Yeah.
forever. Every time you watch a team, he's like, God, he's playing for them now.
He's
like,
still playing?
Yeah. Dude, I
he's a
think
stud at
about
LSU.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I liked him.
He was kind of when that receiver room just started getting loaded every year. That's
sure.
about that time where they just.
Did he play with Bo? Yeah.
Yeah,
a little bit. Okay.
Yeah,
because those are the 2 of the first receivers I remember.
he was young. I don't know if they played in their
06. They played Bo's senior year.
Okay.
Early Doucette was with him too.
Yeah, early Doucette, Craig Davis.
Yeah, he said that's whenever I started to remember.
Buster Davis, yeah.
And an announcer would say that every
round
time
pick,
too.
man.
First round pick to the
Freaking
Chargers.
Chargers.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So Peyton,
You caught 3
you made that my next pick easier on me because it was between LaFell and this guy, and this dude is nope. It's actually not Clayton. It's going to be one of the first Saints players I can remember in my mind.
Jeffrey
Playmaker. Nope. Oh, I said the first, man. I'm old.
Oh.
Eric Morton. Two-time LSU All-American, Saints Hall of Famer, or Saints Hall of Fame, not NFL Hall of Fame. Pro Bowler. I remember him playing early on. I mean,
8 years for the Saints.
Yeah,
and a Pro Bowl.
Yeah, he was solid with the Saints. He actually finished off his career with Joe Montana at Kansas City.
So he's just your guy then.
No, well, what it is, dude. Part of like why I collected cards as a kid, and I had some Eric Martin cards, and like literally, like we didn't have this, right? We didn't have phones, we didn't have computers really that you could go find a database. So what did we do, Bill? We picked up sports cards and looked at the back of them for stats. And I've got a few Eric Martin cards, and in my stash somewhere. But he's just one of those playmakers I remember like early on.
With that Louisiana connection.
Yeah.
Helped lead the Saints to their first playoff appearance. Lost to the Vikings. Have we ever lost to the Vikings in
Trivia
playoffs?
about Eric Martin. We all know Glenn Carter. Eric's dad.
Yeah.
He coached Eric Martin in Little League.
Really?
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Where at?
When I said another Saints great, Bill knew right away who I was going with.
Texas? Huh. He probably moved in.
They could have
Texas,
moved,
yeah. Everyone does. All right, so who's next?
That's
Bill?
He's on the clock.
Number 3 all-time receiving yards.
Who are we taking here?
Really?
By the way, Josh Reed, the one I picked before that, had 283 yards on Bama.
He actually
293.
290. There you go.
I think I'm going to go tight end here.
Definitely. Do it.
Okay.
I am.
Has he been to jail?
I'm not aware of this, but I'm going to go tight end David LaFleur.
Oh, good pick.
Yeah.
Anybody have him on their list?
I saw his name.
You know the story on him about the draft story.
I know a few.
Why did he go in the first round?
Dallas
drafted.
So they had some private workouts. They even wanted Troy Aikman to come for the private workout.
Oh.
After the private workout, they said Dallas front office, and Aitman said, "I want him over Tony Gonzalez."
Wow.
Whoa. That's
Screw
who
that
it
up.
was down to. And drafted him first round. Actually traded up to draft him in the first round.
Yeah, I
And,
saw he got drafted in the first round. That's stupid.
Yeah, they traded to the Eagles to get their spot, and he injury after injury after injury. And the reason they drafted him because their tight end before couldn't stay healthy. That's why they were so. And that was in the prime of the Dallas's mid '90s.
Man, could you imagine Gonzalez there?
That's why I was just
Should have been
thinking.
no Jason Witten.
No, it was before
No,
Jason
this is
Witten.
before Aitman.
Yeah, but if Gonzalez would have been there, then Witten would have actually
You're right,
been
because
there.
Gonzalez would still been there. You're right.
Yeah, because
So-
I mean, Gonzalez
Tony
played
Romo
20
wins the
years.
championship, maybe.
Because I mean, they were when
Was
they were
That's a lot of hypotheticals, isn't
Novacek?
it?
Jay Novacek was the Cowboys tight end.
Yes, that's
Is that
right.
And then
That's
he
right.
came in behind
He
Novacek.
came in behind because he couldn't stay healthy, and they felt like they just needed that one more piece when they were loaded anyway. And they felt like he was the one. Even Aitman agreed on it. He said he's better than Tony. He's got all the tools. He's got everything. He was kind of, they thought was, I guess, the next, the tight end role has changed. They thought he was that guy.
They thought he was Tony Gonzalez.
That's right.
They put
exactly.
Tony Gonzalez in the It's crazy.
So.
But he's probably the best tight end at LSU up.
Yes.
We're seeing play.
Yeah, he probably got like 200 yards a year. 15 catches.
But he had
Still
about
the
30
best tight end.
Yeah.
Clay, he's a heck of a blocker, though, man.
Yeah,
A heck of a blocker.
Yeah.
Well, you don't find him on your stat list?
I'm
Clay, that means you're going Foster Moreau?
No, it's on Thad Moss.
He's going Thad
I'm not going tight
Moss.
end. I'm not going tight
Do you
end.
remember Foster Moreau?
Yeah. I'm not going tight end. Screw them. We don't need tight ends at LSU.
5'5".
So I've got Chase and Geis. I feel like I've made more picks than that, but I haven't. Crap. Do I want to go another receiver? No.
Now you're starting to date yourself a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to go Jeremy Hill.
Yeah, good thing.
I'm kind of surprised he's on the
He
board.
deserved to be up there, yeah.
Yeah, I actually was between him and Toefield, but Toefield, I went with my heart because it's Toefield is who I remember starting to watch.
Hill, man, he got into that era when there was like 5 guys that played running back, but he like always stuck out from everybody.
He was a solid fantasy football player.
Yeah,
too.
for sure.
Yeah.
I remember drafting him multiple times. So what's his numbers on the list? He's not top 10 career.
He's not.
Wow.
No.
I mean, that's a thick list, though.
But you also have to think too, Clay, is he literally had 1 year.
Yeah.
I mean, he had some off-field
And when he
issues
did, he was the man.
Yeah, he was. Because he was he was a highly ranked 4-star coming out. Everybody, like, he was kind of not Fournette really coming out, but he was like the next one that thought he was going to be that kind. And he couldn't never get on the field. He just had some issues. And I really thought he would have left LSU. I kept thinking, man, he'll never see the field. He probably thinks that they're, hurting his image and not letting him play, yada, yada. But he stuck it out, man.
And he had a split carry still between like Alfred Blue.
Look at this list right here. He was on the team with freaking Spencer Ware, Kenny Hilliard, Michael Ford, Alfred Blue, Russell Shepard.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane.
Ridiculous.
And that was Shepard running the ball out of the slot.
And everybody got at least 2 carries.
Yeah.
Because Les had to. Yeah,
We-
Jeremy Hill, man.
We
he
felt
was-
like running back you for a while as well.
Oh, we are, yeah. 6'1", 236. That's a bowling ball.
I want to say there was just a few years ago we had the most running backs in the league.
Probably. Yeah, I like
solid
old Hill.
pick. He probably shouldn't have been there.
No, he shouldn't.
Yeah, I'm surprised,
I agree.
honestly.
I agree.
Ray?
Well, guys, I've done all wide receivers, which is perfect for my draft
Is
strategy.
that 2?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go with a third wide receiver. I'm gonna go with Michael Clayton, get him off the board.
Christian Life Academy.
The fact that
That's
he's
right.
still there.
Dude, your brother talked about Michael Clayton so much. He actually got me an autographed ball. Michael Clayton.
I've got a Dwayne Bowe ball from him. We
And
need to
Dwayne
find
Bowe
out the authenticity first.
It's probably fake, but I didn't pay him for it, so it's cool.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
believe
also
Dwayne Bowe
on
came a rapper.
one of those really cheap balls,
Yeah.
I think he did.
And it's deflated.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's fixable. But, yeah, Dwayne Bowe, your boy Clayton, and Nick Saban, Ty all got me autographs.
Got Nick Saban, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, he didn't give me Nick Saban.
Threw it in the trash. I think I still have it.
Money Bowe. Dwayne Bowe's right name.
And Oh, it's not my pick.
Christian Life Academy, though.
Hey, we're right.
More about
Clayton.
Show
here. We're going.
More about Clayton.
More
Christian
about
Life
Clayton.
Academy, Baton Rouge native. Had a serviceable career with the Bucks.
Top of the leaderboard in receptions for sure. I know.
Yeah,
maybe number 2.
He had a pretty impressive career at the Bucks.
Yeah,
there was no quarterback there. Brady wasn't there when he was there. I mean, they had
who
nobody.
was the quarterback there?
God,
I don't even know. That was a gap there after Trent Dilfer, and then
it was. See, he went there right after the Gruden Brad Johnson.
It was the old dude that's
days.
Was it like what was his name? Josh. He was a light skinned black guy. Josh something.
No,
you know what I'm talking
big
about?
Big guy. He was before that. I know who you're talking about.
I don't know who his quarterback was.
Shoot.
Who?
I'm talking
Michael
about
Clayton. See who his quarterback was in Tampa Bay, Clay.
Oh, Tampa Bay. Are you talking about Josh Freeman? No.
Yeah, Josh Freeman is what I was going after.
He was before
that. He was there from 2004.
He was right after the Gruden Super Bowl, wasn't it?
Trent Dilfer.
Was that Garcia? Is it Garcia?
Yeah, Garcia might have played with him.
Was there.
Dude, Garcia.
Brian Greasy.
Chris
Sims, Brad Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
John Gruden can't be spoke of.
And Lord, Chris Sims was horrible too.
I mean, not the Pro Bowl.
Luke McCown.
He made some Pro Bowls too with that sorry team.
Louisiana Tech, great.
Mm-hmm.
Solid pick, Ray.
Hey, I'm solid at wide
He was on my
receiver,
list.
man.
Bruce Gradkowski.
He was going to be my next wide receiver pick.
Yeah, you got some stud receivers there, right?
Hey, we're LSU. We have too many running backs, so
yeah,
you'll find value. All right, Chance. Double it up.
All right, somebody had to do it. I'm taking Charles Scott.
Nope.
Oh, Chuck the Truck.
I had to do it. They called him Chuck the Truck for some unknown reason. He never referred to as Chuck in his life. So,
hey,
Charles Scott had it happen. Top 10 all time, man.
32 touchdowns.
A lot of fun to watch, man. Coming out of Jonesboro and dominating at LSU is something.
And I've told you the story meeting Les Miles because I was in Charles's mom's class in 4th grade, his senior year, whenever he was getting recruited by USC, LSU, and stuff like that. I think Auburn was the 3rd team.
Yeah.
I would say Auburn was the 3rd team. And I just, that's one of my greatest memories, just being like, oh, I know that guy, running across the TV screen.
Yeah.
And I still swear to this day, if he would have left after that junior year, there's no telling how successful his NFL career would have been.
Yeah.
And
he would have had a shot.
Oh, no
his
doubt.
junior year,
2nd round probably.
Man, he got
number 10 in rushing yards for single season his junior year, and number 3 in rushing touchdowns.
And he had the single season
18.
record almost had a single season record.
18.
Yeah.
So Charles, like going and watching him, obviously, he was a classmate of mine when I was at Jonesboro Hodge. Played baseball and football with him, and some of the best memories I have with my dad and my brothers is going to LSU games because we actually caught a lot of LSU games when Charles was playing.
Yeah.
And my dad was his coach when he was in junior high, and after one game, Charles came up to me. He's like, "Tell your dad I said nobody," and I was like, "Nobody." So what does that mean? And he's like, "Just ask your dad." And so, anyways, my dad used to tell him when he was a kid, he would say, "Hey, nobody's tackling you," and that's what it meant. And apparently, he still said that on into college. So
he was
I
hard
thought
to
that was
tackle,
cool.
man.
Yeah.
He's the first
You're telling
guy.
me I actually had to tackle.
You tried
him
to, yeah.
in practice. They made him the scout team running back my sophomore year when I was playing linebacker.
Toughen you guys
how'd
up.
that go?
Huh?
That was a Shannon Brown move.
Thanks, Coach Brown.
Yeah, he trucked me.
Kyle had CTE.
Kyle still has a limp.
Well, there was even, and that was when he was like just a sophomore, and he was a young sophomore. He was almost a year younger than me.
he played as an 8th grader, I want to say.
He played
Him and Jermaine got to go
no.
to
He
practice
played. He was
or
a
something.
freshman. He was a freshman. So crazy. Okay, more story time. So Charles was not the number one back in the backfield in our class.
Nope.
That's why he was playing scout team running back. He was a starter. Okay, let me take it back a little further. All right, so 8th grade, Charles is a good ball player, but on our team, not a standout necessarily. Freshman year, he comes in and we're all lifting weights for the first time. We're running 40s for the first time, and Charles looked like I asked him. I was like, "Bro, what did you freaking do this summer?" I thought he'd been like running through the woods wrestling bears over in Shady Grove because like his bench press as a freshman in high school, which he should have been an 8th grader, he could have held back, was like 225. He ran like a 4.6 40. He just exploded, and he started at I think strong safety his freshman year, and then all the things that happened with Jermaine, he became the guy. But actually, you know, Charles would run fullback. And him and Jermaine got into it in one of our classes because Charles was like, yeah, dude, you might get a lot of yards, but I average 12 a carry. What's your average? And Jermaine was probably averaging like 9.
Yeah.
You know?
You suck.
But, yeah, they kind of got into it. And honestly, you know, one thing my dad told our head coach at that time, he was like, look, I know all the hype right now is around Jermaine, but I really think at the end of the day, Charles is going to be your guy because he knew Jermaine couldn't stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
And, you know, sad story. Shout out to both those guys. They were both incredible to watch. It was so much fun to watch them. I had more fun. I will say I had a lot more fun watching Charles at LSU on that stage because when we were playing ball, high school was fun, and I knew he was good. I didn't know how good he was.
Yeah. You know, even go to the SEC and just dominate.
Yeah,
right.
And he did.
Go back and watch that his senior year, the OCS game when we played them at OCS. He single-handedly.
He was.
I mean, it was.
Yeah, he was a man among boys, and that was evident early on.
And he's like he's the first guy from my hometown on TV for me.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
You said that's what I was going to
really
say.
good.
Like I remember watching probably his last 3 seasons at LSU. And those are some of my first LSU memories, really. But I can't even fathom watching him at Jonesboro. Like that would have been so crazy.
And
to me.
Clay, we're about to experience that now with
honestly.
Xavier.
You are. It's going to be different.
It's a little bit lower right
now.
now.
The ball.
Yeah, he's going to be defense.
He's going to be on defense.
There's still going to be that height.
I didn't.
Sure.
Like every Friday night, It didn't matter where the Jonesboro game was at. I was going
exactly
to watch
yeah.
Charles. I mean, it was unbelievable.
And there was people all around the state doing that probably.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
yeah.
What was it? Number 8?
I mean, he was Mr. Football for
that
the
was
state.
That was back in when you didn't have all the social. I remember going home every Friday night to turn on the news
Aaron Taces and all
to
that.
see if Charles or Richard Murphy had more yards.
Yeah.
Because they were just back and forth every Friday night.
God, I don't remember who they were playing. I think it was Farmerville. But like he had a clear path to the end zone, and there was a free safety out there who looked like he was probably avoiding him. Charles found him and trucked him on his way.
I remember that.
He liked a little contact.
I was at that. I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, number 10 running back in the nation coming out of high school. I like it. That's insane to just think about like that.
Yeah. He was 3-star.
Yeah, and was he a Gatorade Player of the Year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was legit. And watching him have so much success at LSU was, like I said, that was some of the best memories me and my brothers and my dad had.
I mean,
for sure.
It was him, Keelan Williams, Richard Murphy, Jacob Hester.
Trenton Holiday, too.
Trenton Holiday. They were all in the same roster. That 07 champion.
National champ. And one of my favorite photos is him, Stiff Armin. What's his name? Our defensive leader that just retired with the Saints.
Michael Jenkins?
Yeah. He's stiff arming Michael Jenkins
yeah.
in the national championship game. He stiff
armed
the crap
got
out of
to
him.
play, you know.
Yeah,
he was the
second
one out
guy.
of that group that got to actually get some run that game. Besides
and he played well.
He
played well.
He
played well that year. But the first game I really remember him breaking out was against Tulane.
Yes.
He freaking balled.
That's
when they had the
yards.
sweet helmets. Yeah, the jerseys. And he freaking balled out. I was like, man, it's
fastest or the quickest to 100 yards as a freshman since Kevin Falk was that Tulane game.
Wow.
You're reading what Wikipedia's telling me, right?
And he wrote it.
That was word for word, yeah.
He's a contributor.
He's the LSU analyst.
But
excellent pick.
Yeah, that's
somebody
cool.
had to pick him, and I took him over Hester just based off the fact of that. You know, that he's from here, and
I mean, he was probably had a better career than Hester.
he did. I looked up the stats.
Oh,
He
for
really
sure.
did.
Hester had a different type of.
I know. So
everything.
that's another thing. Like
Hester wasn't even supposed to be a running back.
I'm sitting here looking at my list. Like Hester, but that one year was so awesome.
It was
I
magical.
mean, yeah, what he
And it
did.
still didn't touch.
Speaking
Charles
of
was
another
1 year.
just no star that just had that chip on his shoulder at LSU.
But it didn't even touch Charles.
It came from the tough streets of Evangel.
That's the crazy thing.
Hey, what does Hester
Fun
always
fact,
say?
he dated my cousin.
Yeah.
Hester did.
Oh, fun fact, they were
Really?
the number one recruiting class
Who's
in the
your
country.
cousin?
I wanted to say everybody dated your cousin, but I don't know.
Pretty hot.
Hope she's not listening.
Hey, I mean,
she got
and
it,
I'm
man.
sure y'all know this. You know, when they signed Hester, they were the number one recruit class in the country. When they signed Hester, they dropped down to number 2 in the country.
Really?
Yes.
That'll hurt your confidence.
Think he didn't have a little chip on his shoulder when he's going for those 5 fourth downs against Florida that day?
I was there for
Give me
that.
another.
I was
Give me
too.
another.
Yeah.
So,
Moving on to my wraparound pick.
yep.
Yeah.
Looking at the wide receivers that are left, there's one that sticks out to me, and it's probably because of my age. Too,
Terrence
but
Marshall.
No, it's not Terrence Marshall. I have some older guys I'm gonna take later. So it'll probably surprise y'all. But I'm gonna go with Jarvis Landry.
Yeah.
Juice.
And hot take, I thought he was better at LSU than Odell was.
Woo! That's a hot take.
He might have had the more highlighted plays.
He was more
Made you
productive, I think, at
that.
LSU.
The one-handed grabs and stuff that
The
he...
one-handed grab out the
Oh,
end
out
zone
the end
against
zone.
Georgia on the kickoff.
Or that
punt.
was
Arkansas
Odell,
catch.
wasn't it?
I think that was
That
Jarvis.
was Odell that did the end zone one.
It wasn't
I'm almost
Jarvis.
certain it was Odell.
Jarvis had one too, though. Same,
Yeah,
very
but-
similar.
And then one of them had one against Iowa in that outback.
That was
bowl
Jarvis,
game.
That was Jarvis.
They were fun to watch together.
Mhm.
I mean, they were nasty.
That offense. That
Hey,
was the best offense.
we got to
we
see it
had.
again in Cleveland.
Yeah. With Baker
Yeah.
quarterback instead of Zach.
Too bad it was
Mettenberger.
Baker
Heck
quarterback.
So. Yeah, I had
Bad
to
Jarvis
Jarvis Landry
washed.
there.
And now we get to see him in New Orleans.
So excited.
According to Clay, he is very overrated. Not that good.
He's-
and will be
he's
our
a-
4th.
He's
receiver
a number
in the
3 at top.
You told me 4 the other day.
No, I didn't. Did I?
Yeah.
Oh.
You said 3 to 4. He's moving up.
I'm 3 to 4.
We
Yeah.
got a recorder. We can run back the tape.
I mean, you
He's-
said 3
he's
to
not-
4,
he's
I'm
not
on
a-
4.
Roll back the tape.
He's not going to be a 1 or 2.
He's not.
He's a bit different.
If he's a 2, we're in bad shape because he don't have much in his tank, dude. I'm telling you. I watched a lot of him in Cleveland.
It was Baker's fault.
All right, so
Who's next?
Railey, yeah,
Ray.
that's me. And,
Right on the wraparound.
I tell you, I wanted to go wide receiver heavy, and I did. And my wide receiver core is the best ever, so I'm proud
Yeah.
of myself on that.
Yeah.
No
There were
doubt.
2 running backs that I came in wanting, really, and I knew it wouldn't be too hot. One of them was Charles Scott, so I was just 2 picks too late. But I'm definitely gonna go with the other one, man, and that's Jacob Hester.
Yeah.
Are there people on
They
the
were the
stat
best two
list?
available left.
Oh, but not just that. I wanted him, man.
Yeah.
Jacob Hester. Same time I started watching LSU football. There's guys who have more yards. There's guys who have more touchdowns. But this guy ran ferociously, and
He's a freaking fullback.
Yep. Yeah.
Like, straight up.
He's a tough guy. So many memorable moments. Peyton said one earlier about the 4th downs.
Yeah.
At the game-winning touchdown. I believe it was against Florida.
Yeah, that was a 5 4th down one.
Yeah, and then he wins the game.
That's right.
Just burned in your memory as a fun player to watch.
For sure. I mean, that's a great pick. He's a legend.
He's a legend.
Straight up.
Absolutely.
Peyton's already said so much about him. I was like, hold it in, Peyton. I'm drafting him.
He's next.
Sorry,
Yeah.
this is Peyton tonight.
This is I love this.
That's right.
I love this. Man.
This is his night.
Just wait till we do defense. It's going to be like
let's
15
go.
picks.
That's right. I'm ready.
this is the Peyton Mitchell LSU draft.
It absolutely is. All right, so I've got 2 running backs and a receiver.
So he wants to
He wants Butte.
I gotta go receiver here. Honestly, let me think. It's gonna be an older guy, I think, or older to me.
That's what I say. That's
So
relative.
like,
Was he
20,
30?
like 2015. Yeah.
DJ Shark.
Hold up, did he get picked?
DJ Chark.
No, different.
Right of Winfield, Louisiana.
Yeah, you
Wow.
played against him somehow.
Went to Alexandria High.
Yeah, people don't know about that.
Ash.
His
I've
father
got
legitimately
two-
got a better job, is what I've been told too. It
Well,
wasn't
of
a recruiting
course.
thing.
It's all about the.
Hey man, now he's in the league.
I've got 2 wide receivers. I'm trying to pick between.
He's been better in the NFL.
Pick
than
the
he was
older
in
one
college
just to
me,
throw us.
too.
I don't know who's better.
He had 1 year.
He's been
I'm gonna go
better in the
Demetrius
NFL.
Bird.
Oh,
That's a good one.
the Auburn game.
I'm gonna go him.
I mean, you think
that
Bird,
was my guy I was gonna get later.
You think Auburn game, man?
Yeah, he's another one that. I mean, crap. When did he even play?
What if he would have never had that car accident?
Yeah,
that was when they beat Miles when he screwed the clock up.
It was like 05, 06.
No.
That was later.
It was.
He was like 07, 08 probably.
It was between the 07 and 11 team.
He got drafted in 09. So
08 then. Yeah, because that
You're
was
talking about the clock game?
The clock game. Caught in the back
Ole
of the end
Miss?
zone.
07 and 08.
Is that Ole Miss?
And he did that after he caught it in the end zone. That's how I remember that.
That was Auburn, wasn't it?
Yeah, Auburn.
Yeah, I remember that.
Should have never got that play. Yeah, thank you, Miles.
He was awesome.
Yeah, he was good.
I like Demetrius Bird a lot.
He would have. He would have.
7th round pick. I thought he went higher than that. Honestly,
he didn't have like a great college career, but he was 6'3".
He had some memorable moments.
Yeah, I mean, I remember him being one of the names that are like one of the better receivers, honestly, for a while.
It was a loaded. Yeah,
what was his stats?
They're not going to be real good.
Look up Demetrius Bird LSU stats and then take.
It's right here. Junior led the team in receiving touchdowns with 7, 621 yards, 35 catches. Senior year, 37 catches, 513 yards, 4 TDs. Yeah, I mean, I remember better than that, but
back when we pounded the ball 40 times a game.
Well, that was till 2018. Yeah.
Now, that 07 team wasn't just an I formation tossed out it. I mean, Matt Flynn, we was in the shotgun. It was really creative. After that's when Miles kind of went away from.
Yeah.
So he got his one.
He had Gary Croden down there.
Killed Charles.
Who was kind of the spread guy before the spread became so popular. And they were really innovative on that 07 team. It was after that is when I think Croden, I think he got let go. And after that, Miles just took the playbook and
regressed.
Yeah, exactly.
Started eating grass.
Hey, you could draw up a trick play though. That's all you got to remember.
Yeah, thank God.
Demetrius Bird.
Bill, hit us with some LSU history, brother.
Here we go. I'm ready.
All right, one of my favorite receivers, both for LSU and for the Saints.
And for the Prism.
Devery Henderson.
Yeah,
there we go.
man.
Yeah,
that's a good pick.
Yeah,
the rebirth, man. That reverse play.
Yes.
God.
For my time.
And then
and
he caught one of Drew's touchdowns for one of the records.
We're on the record. One of the many that
probably
he
on a
broke.
Monday night.
I remember him vaguely.
That's
the Saints.
back when Drew could throw the streak right, or he could just check it down.
That was like 20 years ago.
Oh,
well, I was going to say it's one of the last really good, fast, over-the-top receivers
that he had.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Hit Tech again.
I wanted Devery.
We got.
He didn't have nothing on.
No. Ginn had the feet. He just couldn't have the hands.
He couldn't catch the ball.
Yeah. I'm talking about as a Saint.
He
didn't have anything on Devery his Saints career. Yeah, he was fun to watch, and he caught the Bluegrass Miracle, right?
That was Devery. Yeah, it was him. That was him.
That was Randall to Devery, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That's correct.
So that game. So crazy story about that. The game was on CBS, LSU Kentucky at Kentucky. I went outside. Dad was like, "Hey man, we got to get out in the yard." So we're out in the yard doing some yard work, and I was like, "Hey, I got to finish catching the rest of this LSU game." I come inside. Kentucky scores. They're going bananas, right? The coach gets the cooler dumped on him. There's people on the sidelines, and they do the whole 2 plays. They do the one play, the intermediate route, get out of bounds, and get in position for the Hail Mary. And so I'm sitting there, I'm standing in the study, and he throws the ball. And as he's throwing the ball, there's a frat boy in a blazer, and he's out we won. And then he catches it, and he's like, no. And that watching that moment was one of my favorite LSU memories ever.
Speaking of,
he better have caught that ball, because if I just told that whole story and he didn't catch it, that would be
I'm
terrible.
almost certain it was
But
him.
yeah, I'm pretty sure
I don't know. I haven't looked it up,
sure.
but I remember seeing the highlights. Speaking of Kentucky, y'all remember that freaking 6 overtime game? I'm pretty sure it was during that 07 year, right?
07.
Yeah, wasn't it 6 overtimes?
Yeah, against Kentucky.
And it was at your birthday, Chance. We watched it at the church.
They lost
3 overtime.
It was 3?
It's basically 6 because it goes back and forth.
Oh, yeah.
It was 3 because it was the same.
6 overtimes.
And then we played Arkansas that same year, right?
And
they didn't go to overtime, though.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
I'm looking at the poster, guys.
Oh, I could have sworn that one.
I swore
the only overtime game was Kentucky.
Was that the next year?
Next year.
Okay.
I thought we had both.
I did too.
Did we lose to Arkansas?
Yeah, the freaking.
We lost to them
with no quarterback,
and then we still made the SEC championship.
I can't read that far.
Remember
they something to something.
They ran the freaking
yeah,
Fields Jones and
McFadden.
Yeah.
They were snapping at McFadden and they were running the read option with them.
Exactly. I remember that. I could have sworn that was during overtime.
McFadden had like 250 or something.
Yes, that's exactly right. And we lost that. I remember I freaking threw my hat against the wall, so we just lost that.
Yeah, I remember watching that Kentucky game.
And I'm sitting there watching Pittsburgh and West Virginia later that night.
Hey.
I'm like, oh my gosh, West Virginia's about to lose.
Pat White?
Pat White.
It was the same year, but they didn't put it on the poster.
I knew that.
Okay, I did
what
too.
Idiots.
Yeah.
It was 50-48.
That's exactly the score I was thinking.
Exactly,
yeah.
I'll take that poster if you don't want it.
Charles has an autograph on that, I'm certain. Yeah,
I can't read
helmet.
that far, man.
That's awesome.
I can't do it.
I thought it was an overtime.
That was a solid pick though, because that's a guy I wanted on my team for sure.
Who's the pick? I forget.
Devery.
Oh, but yeah, that Kentucky game. You had a birthday party at the church. We watched it on like a 12-inch TV.
Yeah, off of rabbit ears.
Yeah,
Good
what a
Lord.
birthday that was.
Sad one.
So with my next pick, this will be my 4th pick. I'm going to go with guys. I'm kind of surprised he's still there.
Running back, wide receiver.
Running back. He's had one of the best single seasons ever. I think he was the key to that offense in 2019. And CEH, man.
Yeah.
You couldn't take him over the guys I think we drafted before him. Based off of like career wise.
That's two you've taken from me, Kyle. I just want you to know that.
Well, hey, I'm a mind reader, right? So, yeah, I mean,
yeah, you are.
As far as it's just easy. But as far as running backs go, yeah, I guess he just didn't do it for a long time.
He was
he
special
popped
teamer
up out
of nowhere in 2019.
He was a special teamer but I think Joe Burrow talked highly of him for a reason. He said he's a competitor. He said he was part of the engine that made the team go. And
made him a
first round pick by the Chiefs. He's in a great situation, and he's one of the guys I kind of hope has a long, solid career.
I want to say the only reason he even got the LSU offer was because of Darius Geis.
I want to say
they went to the same
Catholic.
Yeah, they went to BR.
They both went to Catholic.
Yeah, they did.
I want to say because like LSU offered him like really late.
They were on the same team.
Yeah, and I think Darius is the only reason he got the offer.
All right, this might be someone's sleeper pick, but who the crap is Wendell Davis?
2-time All-American.
That's Bill's next pick.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Chicago Bears
receiver.
No idea who that is.
Two-time.
He's number 1
He played.
in receptions.
He did the Bears Shuffle, didn't he?
I mean,
what is the Bears Super
I
Bowl
wrote
dance?
Wendy Davis on my list.
That's his sister.
Peyton, you up, dog?
Okay. Early Doucette.
Nice.
I mean,
He's got the coolest name.
he does.
Lil Wayne mentions him. Then
Almost 2,000 receiving yards, 20 touchdowns. He was on that Jamarcus Russell team. I mean,
he was so good. He's on my list twice.
Yeah, that's right. I mean,
he really was. I got him marking out twice. Early D, baby.
Never
number
late.
9, right?
Number 9. That's right. Number 9.
That was my nickname in high school.
Early D, number 9.
Lil Wayne has a song on a mixtape where
what does he say?
at the end of the song he just says, "Shout out Early Doucette."
Wow.
It came out in like 2018.
Where did you go to high school at, Doucette? New Orleans?
St. Martinville.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the water?
That was Craig Davis and Dwayne Bowden. I mean, that I remember that team when you watching. They're like, they got 3 NFL receivers on the same lineup right now. Yeah. You know, I mean, just
doing this draft
Yeah,
makes me realize how spoiled we are.
Yeah, really?
Oh,
As
absolutely.
LSU fans.
Well, and how underachieved we've been probably over the years
Absolutely.
too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Should have thrown the freaking ball.
exactly.
3 national championships out of that?
Thank you, Joe Brady.
3.
We got 3,
Yeah.
and play for another.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Did we?
Yeah, we did not.
well, I don't know if we played.
We were in the arena.
We only played on half the
did.
field that game.
Yeah, we played solid
played.
defense.
Yeah, defense.
21 isn't bad.
Offense did not play for that.
Who you wrapping around with, Peyton?
You got early D, and then
I'm not.
What do you need?
Well, I got 2 running backs and I got 2 receivers.
all right.
Oh,
No one's taking a quarterback.
I know. I thought about doing that.
Tight end list is getting narrow.
It started.
It was there after the first pick.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say it was only one pick, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he's like the All-American.
He's the stat guy.
Yeah, he had like 250 yards in the 80s, so that was All-American.
Give me. Give me Jamarcus Russell.
Dang.
I like it, man. I like it.
All right. Now, is there going to be a quarterback controversy in this locker room?
I don't know.
Is DeMarcus going to think he's better?
Absolutely. You
Yeah.
want that out of a quarterback.
Right.
It's the same thing like a wide receiver running
I
back.
mean,
You
according
want
to the
that.
pod the other day, Jamarcus just wanted to be taught. He wanted to be learned. You know, that's what he felt like. He never got the NFL. You know, he never got that veteran leadership. But Jamarcus, you got to separate the pro and college career because I mean, he was
Well, we all knew he wasn't going to be a pro quarterback.
no, but you knew he was going to be he was a phenomenal college quarterback.
He was kind of set up to fail too, though. I think he goes into a organization.
He set himself up to fail when he quit watching tape or never
That
watched
didn't
tape.
help, but
Never watched
he went.
tape.
Wasn't that Dennis Allen's first year as a head coach, or am I misremembering that?
No. That was like
No,
2013.
it was before that. He had the Todd Cable days.
Okay.
Offensive line coach. The head coach. He didn't draft him though. I'm trying to think who drafted him. Cable came in after his second year. He had a different coach. He was in Oakland for 3 years, and I want to say he had a different coach.
The owner drafted him.
Yeah, Al Davis.
Yeah, Al Davis.
Yeah, loved him.
Yeah, he loved him. Matter of fact,
He's a specimen.
Yeah.
You know, Al Davis loves a specimen.
Well, and Al Davis was he want fast receivers can run down the field.
Big
Marcus could throw it 70 yards from his knees. So I mean, he had the arm talent.
I got to watch him throw with pros he was a senior at the
Lane
Passing
Kiffin.
Academy.
I knew it was a rookie head coach.
I forgot about.
I knew it was a rookie
that.
head coach.
He never mentioned him in the pod though. That podcast.
Phil,
he did.
how bad did he do that?
They're probably boys.
Didn't do good.
Lane
in
Kiffin do that
NFL.
year?
Let's see.
I feel like he would have done well under Kiffin.
Now,
But
Kiffin
yeah,
at the
watching.
Orange
No, he didn't.
4-12.
Now Jamarcus didn't play his rookie year.
Yeah, McCown, of course.
it was
was
McCown.
some-
Yeah, he had McCown.
There's always a McCown.
And then Jeff.
So did
Gar-
Jamarcus ever really play?
Jeff
Josh.
Garcia. Yeah, his
Yeah.
second year is when he went 4-11 or whatever, and then after his third year,
Tom Cable came in after Kiffin was fired.
That's right. And then his third year, I want to say he played half the season, got hurt,
Bruce Gradkowski.
never got another chance after that.
They traded for Jason
They-
Campbell his third year.
Was it Cleveland?
He just annually and incredibly overweight.
Well, he was on lean the whole time.
290
Doctor
pounds at
says.
mini camp.
How much
290.
for a quarterback?
Holy cow!
$10,000 a pound overweight.
Oh,
he got
wow.
fined for.
Oh wow!
How overweight was
that.
he? 60 pounds?
At least I would say.
Yeah,
His
He
combine,
had a
I think he was
300
265.
he had a
His
$300
combine.
and something $1,000 fine. He had for being overweight.
So, coming out of high school, he was throwing with the pros at the camp, and there's like Phillip Rivers, Peyton Manning, all those cats out there, Eli, but the highlight of that camp was Jamarcus, like watching him sling it.
I think, and I might be
70
wrong
yards
on
in the
this.
air, easy.
I really think if Saban would have stayed at LSU, I think Jamarcus's career would have been completely different. Because you even hear him the other day.
You think the discipline would have been
Yeah, and he wanted
There would
that.
have been discipline.
That's what, and he wanted that. He said that was the reason I came to LSU. He said because when I went to take a visit, he said I knew I was going to be coached how I should be, and Saban was going to
there?
stay on.
Saban ended up where he probably wanted to be anyways, coming out of Mobile, Alabama.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, so
he has Bama boy on his chest.
I feel like if he could have had Saban for another year, 2 years after that championship year, I guess after he left the 04 year, I feel like that would have changed democracy.
He made what, probably $20 million guaranteed on his rookie contract.
No, 35.
God,
I think it's the highest ever one.
That's what changed. That's what changed the first pick overall.
Hey, I mean, he made his money at LSU, so
because he held out for him. I want to say of training.
So how about this?
Took him a long time.
So he got released in 2009. He's wore number 2. Number 2 was never worn again until 2013. People requested to wear it, and coaches would turn it down. Terrell Pryor requested to wear number 2. Hugh Jackson told him no.
Dang,
that's a bad
mojo.
Yeah, it's just like it was like bad juju.
When your franchise quarterback comes in at 290, though, that's rough.
And he said the other day,
well, you're a lineman.
$35 million.
He said the other day on the Pivot podcast that he got one more phone call, and I want to say it was in 2010 or maybe 11 from the Browns. They had an injury.
Heck yeah!
They had an injury at in the training
camp. What was he weighing that time? 320.
Called him on his birthday and said, "Hey, we got a spot. Won't you come try out?" And he told him, "No, I got to have a procedure done the next day." And they, from what I heard later on, they were like, it was like a minor procedure. Like he could have sucked it up.
He had a hangnail?
Yeah, and went.
Hangnail. Ingrown toenail.
Y'all need to release that podcast.
He's only 36.
I saw highlights and it was interesting.
He said, call me the greatest MF and bust of all time.
That's right.
Yeah. Only 36. Could he be a backup for the Saints?
We got the red rifle.
No, bro.
He's got
rifle all day.
I mean, he's got the arm.
He's a fellow.
So does a red rifle.
He's a fellow.
He's a fellow.
Red fellow.
Red fellow. So with my pick, I'm going flex, and I'm going the best possible flex. Billy Cannon.
Yeah, guess what?
Yeah,
he sucks.
Didn't even make my list.
He is tight end, halfback, fullback.
Charles Scott being in the Hall of Fame.
Two-time All Pro, 2-time Pro Bowler, 3-time AFL champ, and won the Heisman. Won the Heisman. Won the Heisman.
Put an asterisk on that, Clay said. And I got to read
I don't know if he played with any brothers.
With fellas.
Yeah,
he might have been playing with only fellas. I don't know. He played into the.
He was Jacob Hester.
He played into the 7th. No, he played in the 60s and into 1970.
Did y'all read about the Halloween game? I never heard about that.
Yeah, I've seen the highlights of it.
Kind of interesting.
And I mean, you can still see his.
Tyron would have took that back all the way quicker.
You can still see
the highlights of it.
You can still see the Heisman Trophy at TJ Rips, and you can get great food. I mean,
You got a Heisman for like your 5th pick? I think that's pretty good.
Have y'all seen the dude's stats? They're stupid.
That was the time,
Give
man.
them to us. Give them to us.
He had like 500 yards, and he won the Heisman.
He probably had like 50 tackles.
Did that say he ran a 4.140?
No, that's his yards per carry.
Okay.
He had more yards than that though.
Let me see his college stats.
He played under a
598 yards rushing.
What
He averaged
year was
4.3 a carry. His Heisman year.
His Heisman year?
He bounced back and forth.
Hey, and they only played.
And he had 11 catches.
They only played 10 games those years.
Yeah,
so he averaged 55 yards a game. And then he had 11 catches for 161 yards and no touchdowns.
So his first 2 seasons, he averaged 5.6 and 6 yards a carry. And he was also catching the ball, which they weren't doing a whole lot of that at that time.
Yeah, he scored 5 touchdowns and he won a Heisman.
Yeah. His better year was in 58.
He was in second for the Heisman.
5. Fournette had 6 one game, I think.
Basically,
it was a different time.
Fourth place was an O-lineman. Fourth place was an O-lineman. Ninth place was a guy with the position E. That doesn't even exist.
Monty Sickles.
It says he plays wide receiver. What is E out of that?
End
receiver.
Yeah.
Okay.
They ran the wishbone.
Not a D end, but
they ran the wishbone.
Yeah, O-line. Bill Burrell.
Tight end.
Yeah, who else come out of that class?
I mean, these guys suck.
But yeah, the
58 was his better year.
The first out of only 2 Heismans to come out of LSU.
Yeah, you got to take him there, man.
Yeah.
In his defense, looking at the other Heisman winners, not Heisman winners, but like Heisman participants, nobody was scoring touchdowns.
No.
I would have gone with this guy from SMU. He threw for 1,200 yards. Pretty good. Burrow did that in like 2 games, but
yeah, but look at the TD.
He did that in the playoff in the games.
The TD and interception. Those
his rate was horrible. Yeah, look at
that. What about Dean Look? He ran for 90 yards and 2 touchdowns, and he got 6th.
It was a defense-dominated league, man. It was different times.
Hey, Ty would have been right up there on this.
He had a shot, didn't he?
Dean Look averaged 1.6 a carry. These guys are terrible. Put
good for Billy King.
Put Leonard Fournette in that era.
Leonard Fournette.
Or that third Jefferson brother that we forget about.
Ricky, he played DB.
Yeah.
DB, safety.
He was the best one before Justin got
was on the same.
So Billy Cannon. Was also the first overall pick in 1960.
And the Cardinals.
And the NFL draft. And then it says AFL draft, round 1 pick territorial. I don't even know what that means.
Oh, number 3 pick was from LSU as well. Let's see how many names in this NFL draft we know.
Well, he won a national championship in 1958.
Yeah.
That was his good year.
That was the first
some
one,
guy from the
wasn't it?
Army caught like 5 balls. So
yeah. So I mean, you got that. He got a Heisman. He's got to get drafted.
Yeah, you can't do this without drafting him. I get that.
Yeah. Number 1 overall pick.
Jim Marshall.
I'm just glad it took till like round 7. Yeah. So
I can't believe Bill didn't get in the first round.
Next.
I thought Bill was going to be the first pick.
Here we go. Larry Wilson, 7th round pick. There we go.
So who was that, Kyle? That was your pick, Kyle?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Billy Cannon. So you're up.
All right. So I'll go next, and I'm going to go, in spite of Clay's disapproval, Wendell Davis.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Who's that?
Oh, Wendell.
2-time All-American.
He might be the leading receiver on receptions.
He's number.
For LSU. He's up there.
Yeah, number 2.
He's like really high on the list, and I've never heard of the guy in my life.
Yeah, I've never heard of him.
I've heard of Billy Cannon, but now is Wendell Davis better than Billy Cannon?
Oh, I'd say so. How many yards?
2,708, second all time. Receptions, he's got 183, number 1.
Yeah, I told you.
Touchdowns,
there you go.
8th with 19. Chase had more than that in a year.
He had 11 in one season.
What seasons are these, by the way? What era?
It's
84 to 87. Yeah.
And y'all said it a lot before they were throwing the ball.
Yeah.
Well, and too, the defensive rules were a whole lot different back then. I mean,
and this guy, he could
people got mugged.
He could be arguably the number 1 wide receiver from LSU, and he's going deep.
Nah. I'll take Chase.
Well, if you've never seen Wendell Davis,
I have no idea who he is. He could be white, and I wouldn't know it.
Wendell Davis is one of the white fellas.
Is he white?
Yeah, Clay.
Is he really?
No.
All right. Is it me?
yes.
It is. Oh, crap. So what do I have? I've got the best receiver LSU, Geis, Hill, and Bird. So
John Emery.
No. I could go
guys after this year to put on this list.
You know what?
I mean, I have the quarterback on my top.
Receiver's getting thin.
Let's take Thad Moss.
There you go.
The best tight end. He caught like a whopping 500 yards. And
definitely one memorable catch. Was it
Alabama game?
The double catch.
Yeah.
What a catch.
I watched that over and over and over to make sure that feet got in.
Yes.
I'm just glad I called that on the field.
Dude, because I don't know if it would have been reversed. I don't think they could have reversed that for a touchdown because I'm not sure he still got in. But I don't care.
The fact that he reestablished his feet, the inbounds, then caught it.
Yeah.
It just screams football IQ.
Yeah.
You know?
Who's his dad?
Yeah.
Got good
His dad's the greatest wide receiver of all time.
Whoa! No!
He's better than Jerry.
No, he's not.
Better than Jerry.
No, he's not.
We'll say that for another day.
No, Jerry's goat. It ain't even close. It ain't close.
I said them fighting words.
No, it's just Jerry.
That's why I'm talking bad about Josh Allen. I mean,
that's like talking bad about Muhammad Ali.
Josh Gordon.
Amen.
Josh Gordon.
Just think though, if Randy Moss could have been in New England with Tom Brady,
you would have forgot about Jerry.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Some consistency.
Forget how
Josh
good
Gordon
Jerry
Brown.
was.
No, yeah.
If Josh Gordon wasn't so good and like the NFL hated the Browns,
got more of those years. What are you talking about, son?
The year that the Patriots went undefeated, almost.
What do you have, like 23 touchdowns?
Oh my gosh, that was the most incredible year by wide.
He might be the most talented receiver of all time. I'll say that.
Absolutely.
But not the best.
He was a freak.
I think he deserves to be talked about with Jerry.
No.
Yeah.
He can lace his cleats. That's about it.
He's no Billy Cannon.
Look at the stats. The stats don't lie. Look at the
20
consistency.
years.
Yeah, he did, and he played well for 20
We're going to have to break that down to Dirty 5 best wide receivers one day.
I'm ready.
Sure.
That's the biggest gap between.
I'll put Josh Gordon when not high.
You can make a better case for Peyton Manning being the GOAT or Drew Brees being the GOAT quarterback than you can, I think, wide receiver. I think it's too big of a gap there. I think it's Jerry than everybody else.
Okay, let's move on.
We got to talk about LSU.
Bill, what did you think? What was your opinion on that, Jerry?
I think Moss is
the
beast.
And you watched every snap of Jerry, probably, huh?
I did.
Yeah.
And hated every moment of it.
There's the bias. There's the bias.
That's my problem.
There's
the
the
fact that he was
bias.
a 49er.
There's some bias.
You don't know how many times my heart got ripped out by that man. He and Joe Montana.
He's got to be related to
That
Vernon
mean,
Davis
mean
somehow, right?
man.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well,
Alright,
whose
who's
pick
up?
is it? Is it
It's you.
It's me?
Yeah. Hey, tight ends are going.
Tight ends are going, man. I gotta seal up my running back. I think is nobody drafted Charles Alexander?
No, I don't know who that is.
Well, I ran out of running backs, so I couldn't get him.
Hey.
What's he, the 90s?
He's 74, 75.
Oh my God.
He's
I never heard
actually
him until today.
He's
Well, he
actually
does not
the
care
first.
anything about
He's the
history.
first LSU running back I remember watching on
Really?
TV.
Yeah. He's got 4,000 yards. And I didn't know him either, but looking at lists and learning about him, he's definitely a value pick here.
Yeah.
The guy could get it done. 2-time All-American, I'm pretty sure. And those 4,000 yards speak for themselves, man.
He was good.
Sure.
Clay. We got to get Clay a little
I mean,
Take our word for it.
he's no Billy Cannon.
He's not Billy Cannon, that's for sure. No Heisman, no number 1 overall pick.
Who we got next?
He went in the first round, though. He's the first round draft pick.
There was probably like 18 franchises back then.
Yeah, there wasn't no. There's 2 leagues.
He went to the Cleveland Tropics.
All right, Chance. Wrap around, dude. It's getting tough.
I'm going to hop on tight end now. And I'm going to go Foster Moreau.
Yeah.
I think he's the clear cut.
I think you picked him based on that podcast the other day.
No, I remember him at LSU.
He wasn't even that good.
He wasn't great, but he was playable. You know,
Bill's got 7 other tight ends.
I do.
Bill's going to take a tight end at flex.
He's going to file the
might.
Running the I-form.
Not a lot of talk about Foster Moreau, honestly.
He got drafted.
All right,
He's in the
you got
league.
another
He's
pick.
a
Number
good
18.
NFL tight end now.
That's right.
Second best on his team.
He's
Yeah.
playable.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a freaking top 3 guy on his
I mean,
side.
he can't help it. He had freaking. Well, we don't want to talk about who was throwing to him at LSU.
You got to be healthy.
Who was it at the time?
Was that
Etling?
Or
Harris?
it
Jennings?
wasn't Mettenberger, was it?
Your boy.
Jefferson?
No, it was like
Danny
Jennings.
Etling.
It was Etling?
Yeah, okay, Etling. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a terrible.
I knew it was a tall
Etling
white
wasn't
fella.
that bad.
Etling threw like 18 touchdowns to 2
He's catching
interceptions.
freaking down the field at Purdue. Hey, come on down here. We'll give you the starting job.
Do you remember the Auburn
Because
game?
Purdue's just
Opening.
winning
Do
everything.
you remember that
Hey,
Auburn
Drew.
game he had? It was legendary.
Yeah.
Well, Bill Belichick thinks highly of him. So that's
The
all I
reason
gotta
we
know.
got him because we turned around the quarterback room and said, "Oh, we didn't get any in the recruiting class. We better go find somebody." And we, hey, this is the third stringer at Purdue. Come on down. We'll let you have a spot.
And worked with Joe Burrow, so they thought maybe this is the Joe
That was
Burrow before Joe
Ohio
Burrow.
State. And he was playing with like 4 Heisman contenders.
And he was a 4-star coming out of high school.
Etling walked so Burrow could fly. Okay,
that was
Etling
Mettenberger.
transfer.
That's
Mettenberger. That is Mettenberger.
Mettenberger was that because he came from a Georgia, yeah,
right?
an actual school.
Georgia. So Foster Moreau, and then from
Hey, Purdue was a 4-star. I mean, Etling was a 4-star.
Yeah, he wasn't bad.
Maybe he's a big Drew Brees
18
guy.
touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
He went to Purdue as a quarterback.
Drew Brees,
LSU,
his idol.
18
This
touchdowns,
before
2
this is
interceptions.
before Braun was that head coach and they're slinging it all over the yard at Purdue.
Is he the guy from Western Kentucky or Louisville?
Louisville.
Didn't his wife die of cancer or something?
Whoa,
like
okay.
Yeah. Was it bad?
Is it bad
Yeah,
kind?
was it bad?
It's probably the worst cancer of all time. 16 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. 2,400 yards. You can't say that ain't good.
Is that your next pick?
16 touchdowns.
No. It might be later. But you can't say that wasn't great.
Burrow threw like 5 times out.
And that was with Les Miles / Ed Orgeron.
Was it really?
Because Ed Orgeron took over after that Auburn
He
game.
got those numbers because Steve Ensminger got to that mic and opened the offense up a little bit, if you remember.
Yeah.
And he slung it.
He slung
We
it.
saw it didn't matter last year with whoever the
Is
heck
he
it was,
still?
the quarterback.
Is he still in the
for
league, or is he
Yes,
done?
he is.
He's still in there with the Patriots. I
no,
want
he's
to
not.
say.
Nope, Seattle.
He was somebody though.
He's-
I think it's Seattle, isn't he?
Signed a future reserve contract with the Packers, so he's
Yeah,
done.
he's done.
Oh, he's done.
Yeah, he was a little bit with the
bounced
Falcons
around.
in the.
So who you rapping with?
Last
Wrap
year, right?
around.
Or 2 years ago?
Wrap around.
Yeah.
Terrence Stolliver.
Yeah.
Crap! I was
Yeah.
gonna take him.
I like Terrence
I
Stolliver.
like
How tall is he? Like 6'6"?
He was long.
Another Chargers.
Not on my list.
receiver.
Yeah.
The Chargers drafted.
He was the one that I was going between him and Demetrius Byrd.
Yep. As was I. You
Yeah.
had me picked there.
He had almost 2,000 yards. He was.
He's not going to be on any of the list, Clay.
No, he won't.
Because the
be.
2019.
I figured he might have had a game or something. Here he is.
Yeah.
Boom.
What
He
did
had 3 touchdowns in a game.
Okay.
Is he a 4-year guy?
3 year.
Number 1 receiver in the nation. 6'5", 203.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Big.
was one of those prototypes coming out of high school that he was really. Everybody thought he was going to be something special.
Kind of like that. There's another dude we has like 6'6", like D. Anderson or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh no,
yeah.
the Johnson guy, Tyron.
No, he was 6'1".
Dyer Johnson went to Oklahoma State.
I'm thinking about the other
Played in the
guy.
Chargers
You're
again.
talking about D. Anderson.
D. Anderson's
and
a tall
Michael
guy.
Dupree.
Yeah. Malachi.
Malachi.
Oh, yeah, Tyler was like a Canadian legend.
Yeah.
All right, Railey, got a tight end yet?
That's exactly where we're going to go with this, Bill. I appreciate it, man. And I'm going to keep it with a North Louisiana guy.
I know you're going.
I'm going to go
Rustin?
with a guy. No,
OCS?
not Rustin. OCS. Yep. And this guy was a boogeyman to all my friends that played against him for Jonesboro, man. I don't think they like matching up with him. I didn't see him play high school football, but the stories they describe are straight terrifying, it seemed, man. But it's Eric Edwards, man.
Yeah.
And he's on that national championship team.
Yes, he is.
Yep. So that's going to be my tight end pick.
I got one. His dad put
Never
a
heard of
transmission in my truck a few years back.
Eric Edwards, right?
He has a transmission.
Oh,
place.
that's an Edwards transmission.
That's it.
Okay,
That's
I
his
didn't-
dad.
I never knew that.
Dang, send your kids to OCS with. He must got their own football.
Well, what I
You
paid
got
for
a
that
transmission?
transmission,
It's like
I promise you,
There you go.
I paid for a year of
There you
OCS
go.
tuition. Yeah.
There you go.
Transmission's expensive.
Why do we have Travis Pastrana on the TV? What are we doing
He's
here?
the GOAT.
Heck yeah, he
That's
is.
another. That's another podcast.
35 goats. That's
Yeah.
what we need to do.
X Games goats.
By the way, guys, we've got full-on Dish Network up here now.
If you see awkward pauses sometimes in our podcast now, we're probably watching TV.
Just wait till fall whenever we're watching a
watch
game.
football.
I know.
All right, who's up? Chance, Rayleigh.
I just went.
Oh, it's me.
Clay, quit watching
Clay.
Travis Pastrana.
Yeah,
over here.
Pastrana just draws me in.
If you
Shut
have
up
to
and draft
ask,
Darrell
it's on
Williams.
you.
Terrell Williams. Whoa. What have I done? Two and one. So I've got.
You're not writing these down?
Nah, I've got everyone's. Chase, Geis, Hill, Bird, Thad.
Yeah, you took that.
Okay. So I need another receiver. Terrence Tolliver's gone.
There's one that's obvious.
I probably don't know who he is.
Yeah,
so.
you do.
Well,
you. If it's after the 11 team, you probably don't.
Hey, I knew 04.
I know somebody.
I don't know, man. I might go quarterback. Can I take Russell Shepard at quarterback?
No.
Be a good flex.
I'll go Matt Flynn.
Yeah.
This is a solid pick.
Yeah.
Natty.
Set his
I think there's a drop at quarterback now, in my opinion.
Oh, Mettenberger's still out there.
Mettenberger,
in my opinion.
Yeah.
I've still got
Matt Mock
over here.
Bill got the
national champ.
Yeah.
I don't know who he is.
Matt Mock?
Whenever people, I know who he is, but when people would say that name, I thought they meant Flynn.
He referred to
wrong
him as
fellow.
Natty Mock earlier.
Is that not his name?
No,
there's
Natty
another guy,
Mock
right?
went to Missouri
yeah.
a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Speaking
broke
of
like a
Matt
record.
Mock, Jamarcus Russell on that podcast the other day was saying when he got to LSU, he went up to Matt because he was a starter. He was like, "Hey man, I want you to help me learn this playbook so I can get." Matt told him, "You better get to studying," and walked out the room.
So he's an all-time jerk. Huh?
Matt Mock is cutthroat. Yeah, apparently.
He's the reason Jamarcus couldn't last in the NFL. He never taught him how to study and learn games.
Dude, quit blaming.
It's Matt Mock.
Quit blaming Matt. All right.
Nick Saban's fault.
I mean, Mock is a dentist now in Colorado.
And he played
actually.
minor league
Yeah, he's a
baseball.
dentist, Yeah.
So the guy had options.
He's a sharp dude.
Now he's a dentist.
He's a
Who
dentist
does
in
that?
Colorado.
Matt Mock, man.
Yeah.
He was an
Matt
old
Flynn's
guy.
better. Matt Flynn's
Yeah, we
made more
got to
money.
talking about Matt Moss. Matt Flynn's the pick.
Yeah, my bad.
We were dumping on him.
Poor Matt Flynn.
Matt Flynn might be the smartest out of
Matt
any
Flynn
of them.
was
With all
solid.
them contracts he got.
What is Matt Flynn? He's about the fourth best quarterback, huh? What people rank
From
him?
LSU?
Yeah.
He top five.
Got a natty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, to me, it's,
Statistically, no.
for my era, I think it's Burrow, Russell, then him. That's how I look at it.
You definitely can count on. A good quarterback you can count on. You can count on Matt Flynn.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He felt good when he's
No
in the game.
Ron Perlew in there?
Dude,
No.
who could
I
have
forgot about
Cocaine's a hell of a
So
drug.
is Rohan Davey not in this?
I don't know.
Hush, Peyton.
We've still got picks.
I'm 01. No.
You don't even know that.
I know who he. I know the name. If he's black or white, I won't know.
He's a brother.
He's
Okay.
It's Rohan.
And dude, he was a straight up killer on
I
NCAA
mean,
football.
Oh,
Yeah.
because he's
Oh
black.
my god, the video game? No. No. I'm talking about the video game.
Character.
And he's a 2-time Super Bowl winner. He's Tom Brady's backup.
Well, Matt Flynn was the backup.
For
everybody.
The backup is Chase Daniel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Matt
that
Flynn
is
was
fact.
Chase Daniel
Matt
before Chase
Flynn
Daniel.
made the money, though. Yeah, he made an incredible.
And he also was like a fantasy legend. Because he'll start
Hey,
that last week.
Matt Flynn made all that money on one game.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Threw like, what, 7 touchdowns?
And I think it was against Detroit.
He had 450 yards.
Something like that.
Gotcha, suckers.
I want that as my backup.
480 yards,
The
6
Raiders,
touchdowns.
the Raiders that paid him.
No, Seahawks.
Seahawks.
And then he lost
And then
out the
they-
job
they
to Russell
drafted
Wilson.
Russell Wilson
Wow.
that year.
Never played
God,
down
it's been
for
that
him.
long.
And then he was behind. Then he was a backup for the Raiders.
The
after
Raiders,
that.
okay.
Yeah. But
Bill,
he made $20 million by going to Seattle. So.
All right.
Here we go.
I'm going to pick the quarterback that I think is, if anybody was as good as Joe Burrow,
It's the
it would
Rusty
have been-
Rocket.
Actually, no, it's Tommy Hudson.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah.
Never heard of him.
He's right ahead of Burrow
White?
on yards.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's
You know what, though?
Really? He's got more yards than Burrow?
He's second.
Career.
Wow.
Burrow.
I know
Burrow
he's got
only
more.
had
He's
2
got more
years.
yards because he played 4 years, and Burrow played 1.5.
Well, Burrow really had 1 year.
Yeah,
That first year.
They're for 6,000 that year.
I think 5,800 or something.
Close. Wasn't it?
Yeah, this was 86,
60
87,
touchdowns.
Yeah,
88.
Hudson had a
89.
heck of a career.
I mean, 2,000 a year. It's pretty good. No Billy Cannon, but
He would have
Better put some respect. You better put some respect on that Heisman Trophy and that national championship.
I could have won that trophy.
Hudson was kind of a high point on
Bad team.
a group of
Him
teams
and
that
Dalton
didn't
Hilliard
do so.
come out about the same time.
What happened to
Yeah.
Team USA did? Look at Alex Point.
Yeah, Hudson was a little. Well, they overlapped a little bit. All right.
So
Kyle?
it's pretty thin at tight end, but I want to at least get a respectable
I got the
one.
best one.
Thad Moss. Now this guy had 15 years in the NFL. Part of it was a long snapper, but he was 2-time All SEC. One of the better tight ends coming out of LSU. Brian Kinchin.
Who?
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. He's on my list.
But yeah, according to Tiger Droppings, he's one of the guys.
Fella?
Oh yeah, he's a fella. There's not very many
I've got about 5 other
LSU.
tight ends that I have listed that y'all have not even talked about.
And didn't his brother play at LSU too?
I don't know.
Did I spell that right? Kinchen?
Kinchin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Wasn't
he
it
put the
Todd? Was
question.
it Todd?
I like it's a tilde.
Look up Todd.
Todd?
Pod Kinchin.
Who's up next? Is it me?
Peyton. Peyton with the final 2 picks.
It's not
No.
the
I
final
got
2.
3 more.
I got 2 more
3
picks still.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have 3.
I got 3 more.
It should be 2.
Oh yeah,
Should be
it'll be 3.
Well, counting the backup.
Yeah, because I have to wrap.
I picked up a backup quarterback, so.
Yeah, we got 2 more. My
Yeah.
bad.
Possession receiver.
Golly. I'm not sure. I'm not overlooking somebody.
It's getting tough.
Well,
you have 3 picks left, I think.
yeah, I do have 3. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because I had that. I already picked a quarterback. Give me Craig Davis.
Buster Davis.
Buster.
You
We don't call him
you better
Craig.
call him Buster. Another Charger guy, wasn't he?
Another Charger,
Yeah.
first rounder.
30th overall, I think it was. Was that the year we had 4 first rounders?
It was
With Russell and
that was the Dwayne
is it LaRon Landry?
injury.
Craig Stelz.
And Stelz went first round then.
Oh, I
Man,
could have
I
sworn.
can't wait to
Stelz
talk
was
about
like
I just
6th
read this
round.
number.
I can't wait to talk about
Stelz
it.
was 6th round to the Bears, if I'm not mistaken.
I know he
Off
went to
top-
the Browns.
I'm just
the
going off the top of
the
my
Bears
head
for
there.
sure.
W double check me, but that team was loaded that year. Another Miles disappointment.
Imagine that.
Which I mean, you were also coming off of the championship year, which you usually don't have a little letdown, but that team had just as much talent as that 07 team did.
Billy Cannon played on a squad that had his team got split into 3 different names: the White Team, the Go Team, and the Chinese Bandits.
Yeah, the Chinese Bandits. 'Cause there's like a song or something.
Yeah,
So
that's what they played there.
your boy Kinchin was the long snapper in Vinatieri's game-winning Super Bowl kick.
Oh.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Probably his best moment.
In 2001?
And then I'm going to go for my flex.
What do you have left? Quarterback and flex?
No, I got tight end and flex.
Oh, you got Russell.
Yeah, Marcus. I want to do that because he's a little local, but I'm going to go Justin Vincent.
Okay.
Back to remembering, I mean, that 03 national championship Oklahoma game, he was unbelievable in that game.
Yep.
True LSU fashion, having 3 running backs on your team.
Well, but I think
true freshman. And
was Broussard out?
Broussard was out.
Yeah,
and Vincent hadn't been playing a lot because he was a freshman.
Yeah.
And Broussard was a sophomore, and then he got nicked up, and then Vincent just come out. And I remember after that game, I'm like, oh my God, we got him for this many more years, you know.
Was he from Baton Rouge?
He's from Baton Rouge.
Okay.
He worked in LSU's athletic department for a decade or 2.
He's on one of the radio shows down there.
He was part of player personnel and player development too.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he had over 2,000 yards. He had 17 career touchdowns.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not terrible.
Not too shabby.
But it's kind of like Ray was doing some of those picking from the heart. I remember that game, and I remember him just going off that night. I remember I was sitting there watching that game.
I'm telling you, that's my earliest LSU memory is Justin Vincent.
Yeah.
Number 25, I want to say.
25, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because I was thinking, man, you got him and Broussard coming back next year. That running back room's going to be. Yeah.
I've got a lot of running backs left. I got 7 that I've drafted.
And
I got 6.
There's a lot of names that I wanted to draft, but
you look at their stats.
You look at their stats, they're not that good.
Spencer
Ware,
Ware, Alfred Blue.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
stats ain't there at all.
They're not. So that's why Vincent,
Billy Cannon. Stats aren't everything, guys. Come on now.
All right.
So who's up? Kyle?
Me. Yeah, give me a second.
A lot of research going on.
Yeah, I'm just making sure I don't.
It's getting tough.
I've got to put a stopwatch on these guys.
It's getting tough.
You got 24 seconds.
Okay, so let me get the only. I'm gonna go quarterback here. the only LSU quarterback in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. That's Wyatt Tittle.
Come on, Clay, get some stats.
He thinks nobody was athletic back in the day.
They weren't. It's a white fella.
Yeah, Wyatt Tittle, man, had 7 touchdowns in a game. Still, the record still stands. It's been tied by.
Look at the picture. Look at the picture. They had to freaking.
It's not a picture. It's a drawing.
Crayon.
Yeah.
Okay.
They didn't have color back
They made that, and they made the Mona Lisa.
In the 40s.
And what's his hometown? Just curious. It has to be a local guy.
Yeah. Hold on. The pride of
Marshall, Texas.
Yeah.
He had him moved.
Well, his dad got a better job than that.
He just died at the age of 90. At the age of 90 in 2017.
Good for him.
But yeah, Wyatt Tittle, New York Giant, great.
5 years ago.
Most valuable player in 1963. That was before Bill was born. 3-time first team All-Pro. Most of his stuff's going to be from the NFL. What he did at LSU is probably.
And it was
pre-Super Bowl. Offensive scheme were they running, Kyle?
Yeah. Probably the wishbone. Probably the.
As Ray
probably
says,
the wishbone.
That was a value pick there, Kyle.
Absolutely.
Pick.
Well, I mean, as far as LSU history goes, I mean,
you couldn't have the draft without him and Billy Cannon.
And look, guys, I was the one that picked them both. But yeah, I had to go. I mean,
Miles
I don't know who Wyatt Tittle was before this draft.
Oh, I did.
I did not. No.
I did.
Really?
Yeah, I know who Wyatt
I think
Tittle is.
Clay really resents having to dig up these black and white photos.
He doesn't. If it's not in HD, they weren't that good.
Miles Brennan or Wyatt Tittle?
No, never heard of him.
And these photos are colorized.
Oh, Wyatt Tittle for sure.
Miles Brennan? You know
Yes.
Is there a T in his name?
Wyatt Tittle was durable. He played a long time in the NFL.
Yeah,
Miles Brennan can't go fishing
reliable.
without getting hurt.
And no, they didn't have helmets when he played.
Yeah.
Look at this man. That was in his prime.
He looks like Putin.
But seriously,
his name is Yelberton.
I was going to say, what does YA stand for?
Yelberton Abraham.
Listen, hold on. Seriously, though, at the time of his retirement, he was an all-time leader in career passing yards. Career passing yards, passing touchdowns, attempts, completions.
When he retired in 61?
Yes, he was the all-time leader at that time when he retired. But he also...
Pre-Super Bowl.
He also... I mean, dude, they really didn't throw the ball.
Yeah.
Like, he revolutionized the game as far as passing.
I kind of feel sorry for Kyle tonight. Every pick he picked, he had to defend.
I don't know why I'm having to defend
basketball.
I don't know why I'm having to defend two of the greatest guys to ever come out of LSU. When you look at the LSU Hall of Fame,
I'm not dogging you.
It's Wyatt Tittle and Billy Cannon.
You had to pick both of them. They had to be picked.
That daggum young buck beside you, man.
I picked him because nobody else. I got loved Wyatt Tittle at the end. He's the only Hall of Fame quarterback.
Just your backup.
Yeah.
I mean, Joe Burrow is definitely better than him, right?
Yeah, I mean, would Joe Burrow have been better back then though when they weren't passing the ball?
Probably not.
No. Nobody was throwing the ball.
That's always going to be the argument. It's like taking them from that era. And bring them to this era.
Like we talked about before, you want some leadership in the locker room.
I don't think I
He
can.
he threw
He's a leadership in the locker room.
He threw 7 touchdown passes in a game in
I can't find this
1962.
man's LSU stats.
He's more of a we than me guy.
Here we go.
A value pick, guys.
Value pick.
Interceptions weren't a stat.
Maybe you never threw one.
I'm telling you, they weren't throwing the ball then.
Oh, I thought that was Burrow's game stat.
45 completions, 95 attempts.
I told you his LSU stats weren't.
The ball was pigskin.
They definitely did not have face masks.
I mean, he had more rushing attempts than
57 rushing attempts for -2 yards.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Now look at his
like an inch
look
of
at his
carry.
pro stats.
Here's his profile. LSU quarterback. Oh my God.
Yeah, pull up in his pro stat.
Okay.
Let's go that
Well,
route.
like I said, he
let's
led
give
the
Kyle
league
something good
in
to
he
stand
led the
on.
league in every
And
category
interceptions, yeah.
when he retired.
Through 28 that year.
20.
That's Jameis
happened?
territory.
Dude, they literally you could mug the guy going down the field. Though, literally, I mean, you could punch him in the mouth.
It wouldn't last in today's league. Hold up. The first 2 years, they didn't know what QB record was. They didn't give him a record. They didn't give him a win or a loss.
Yeah, it was. What year is that?
48.
Look, the man just got out of World
That's the
War II.
AAFC.
They
What is
finally
that?
canceled
He was a
the
veteran.
league.
He just got out of.
He's a veteran.
He had
I don't know if
7
he
kids.
did,
Right,
sir.
the Cleveland Browns went 14-0 that year. They were the AAFC champion. I don't know what that stands for.
Well, you see how many teams are there? 8 total?
8, yes.
Yeah, this
Los
was
Angeles
this
Dons,
was
the
pre-
New York Yankees,
This was pre.
Brooklyn Dodgers?
Brooklyn Dodgers.
Chicago Rockets.
I mean, when was
And
the
the
first?
Buffalo Bills
When
were
was the
there.
first Super Bowl? 60 what?
Packers
62?
Chiefs, I think is what it was.
It's a long time from this.
It was okay.
We had our 50th. I don't remember what it was.
Was that the Pat Mahomes one?
He had more
50?
interceptions than touchdowns in his pro career. That's not great.
Kyle, you just want to take this
Must
pick
have been-
back?
No, I don't. I understand my why tell. You know who else has more career interceptions than touchdown passes?
Baker Mayfield.
No.
If he played then, he would. But Terry Bradshaw.
Really?
Yeah, Terry Bradshaw. He won 4 Super Bowls.
I'll
But
take Baker
I'm telling
over
y'all,
both.
it was a different game.
Whoa, take Baker over both.
Might as well.
Those are fighting words.
Terry could probably.
All right.
All right.
My pick?
Yes.
Oh my God! What a moment that was.
Why Tittle's rolling in his grave right now.
Kyle just
His
kept digging a
ancestors.
deeper and
I mean,
deeper hole.
if Kyle goes that far back, I can't wait to see what Bill does here.
Dude, why Tittle's like a known
It was known as
LSU
LSU
great.
Agriculture
Oh, I
School.
look, I know.
The original Chinese bandit.
He wasn't even. he was before
He
then.
died in Stanford, California.
I'm going to go kind of new on this.
Why'd he go there?
Ruben Randall.
Oh,
The product Bastrop.
Yeah.
Strop City.
Bastrop.
Another freaking criminal.
Oh,
Is he a criminal?
No, he wasn't.
He did illegal stuff in high school to take away a state championship, huh?
No, he didn't, did he?
That wasn't him.
That wasn't
was
him?
his coaching staff.
Yeah.
He just went along with it.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It was. They got in trouble for all the recruiting. They were
Yeah,
doing.
yeah. He accepted benefits.
Ruben's he was from Bastrop. I don't think he came in. It was his quarterback, the one that got moved in.
Oh, from South Platte?
Oh,
yeah, exactly. Ruben was from there. Matter of
And I
fact,
think-
Ruben was the quarterback before they brought him in.
Yeah.
Then made Ruben go to receiver.
That's after Katrina, huh?
That's right.
Yeah. And I think he's one that we talked about has had a surprisingly better pro career
Yes.
than he did in
Yeah,
college.
very
Respectable
good. That's
pro
right.
career.
Absolutely did.
Mainly with the Giants, right?
Yeah. Yes. And
82.
And the Bears.
Hold up, do y'all? I'll see why he Tittle's
The
number.
Giants, though, yeah.
We're
had numbers?
63.
He wore number 63.
Yeah.
Hey, zoom in on
That's a
that
good
though, right
quarterback
there.
number, huh?
Zoom in on
And the
that.
Baltimore Colts were green.
7-time All-Pro.
No, it says on Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Pro Bowl.
Pro Bowl. Wow.
3-time All-Pro.
And the UPI MVP.
I don't know what that is. But he's the best.
Hey,
Feel like
well,
you're
I have
gonna
a
try
question,
to
though. Why does it matter
United
where
Press
you died
International?
at?
Come on.
Since when do we put the city where somebody dies at?
He
Is it not
might have
random?
shot or something.
Clay read it out, though.
I know. I just saw it. Right
Yeah,
there.
he was definitely more
Yeah.
durable than.
Get that picture.
It looks like
I
Voldemort
wish
from
I wish
Harry
people could
Potter.
see this right now.
That's actually an iconic picture, though. It was like something the
Is he
old
bleeding?
world finally gives up. Yeah, like they were for real back
He
then,
looks,
man.
like, he looks like Freddy Cougar. I mean, Jason Bearsby takes his mask off.
But they didn't have face masks.
Y'all better put
He
some
would
respect
whoop
on
all
that
of
man's
our
name.
butts. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
There wasn't much padding under those.
He looks
helmets.
like Clint Eastwood. He really does. He looks like 75.
All right, Clay, you're on the clock.
Why Tittle? He blows my mind.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Literally.
Literally.
He needs a statue.
He threw
Dang
for
it.
33,000 yards. That ain't
Oh, have y'all ever seen that video of? It's like I need to find
His
the clip.
jersey's retired by the Giants.
Damn it.
I drafted Wilt Chamberlain and got beat up, man. I'm with you.
Cannon was the first one. They just put that up a couple years ago.
All right, what do I have?
No way.
I just drafted quarterback. So I need a receiver and a flex. Yeah. So I guess I'll go Terrace Marshall.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, he's the best.
As a 19 roster.
Yeah, he's the best available, honestly. Or I mean, stat wise, and yeah, he's third fiddle, but he was still great.
That's a good fiddle, though.
Yeah, fourth all time in receiving touchdowns.
But he was kind of right there with Jamar, though. I mean, because Jefferson was the standout out of that group to me. But him and Jamar were kind of neck and neck.
Well, if Terrence didn't hurt, during that middle of the season, he probably is leading in the touchdown.
Yeah, because
they were going. Didn't he get hurt again?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. The thing that sticks out to me about him, he came back for that COVID year.
No, he played.
And he played. But whenever Chase sat out
the whole year, though,
he played until he got hurt towards the end. When they probably told me to essentially let down.
Exactly.
But at least he went out.
No, that's
you
right.
know, that told me a lot about.
But he was also fighting for more exposure than Chase was.
Yeah, being
Chase
the
was
number
a
one
first
guy.
round
And
already.
he looked like a first round wide receiver.
Absolutely, until he got hurt.
I mean, I remember that Missouri game. He made freaking Miles Brennan look like Joe Burrow for a couple plays.
No, he did.
You know,
for sure.
Yeah, Terrace Marshall, and it's not Terrence. It's Terrace.
Like Lakeview Terrace.
Yeah. Who else? Who's up?
Ray, you're up.
Oh, it's me. Sweet. Really need a backup quarterback. Really kind of torn between.
Sorry, I took Tittle.
Well, I don't even want to say what I'm thinking because I know Clay's going to stab me. You know, Burt Jones is up there, and I definitely want him in the locker room for that maturity he would have.
For this
NFL MVP.
He was the greatest at one point. You know, it was undisputed. He was the greatest quarterback to ever come out. But that's not what I'm going with. I'm going to go with
what?
Matty Malk, man.
Okay.
Matt Malk. Another one of those heart picks. Burt Jones clearly the better pick there.
When did Burt Jones even play? Like 70s?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not that bad. They actually played football back then.
That's right. But
They
Matt,
wore real helmets.
Matt being the quarterback who won the national championship when I pretty much just started viewing LSU, you know, he's the first quarterback I really remember, and he got it done. You know, so he's going to be my backup quarterback.
I mean, you
Dr.
could-
Malk.
Dr. Malk. That's right.
Dr. Malk now.
I mean, it would there for a while. You could argue say he was one of the best ones to come through LSU.
Oh, no doubt.
I mean, before
He definitely had it all.
Marcus.
Yeah,
He was a heck of a baseball player.
Yeah, I mean, he was an athlete, man.
Was he a
He had-
minor league player before he went to
That's
LSU?
right.
I want to say
He's a little older.
he had like a 3.8 to a 4.0 like coming out of LSU.
He was like 25 or so when he won the national championship.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought he was one of those guys.
If Matt Mock and Kevin Falk had a baby.
You good
all right.
Sorry, guys. I'm past my bedtime.
I couldn't do this draft without taking my flex being Trendon Holiday.
Oh, screw you.
His stats suck. But all I could think about is the ways they could use him.
Screw you.
He was fast, man.
He was so fast. He was so small. He had a decent NFL career, too, as a return man for like the Broncos and the Texans.
Yeah, really big, huge plays, even in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
God, I got to find that
And I
video.
always think back to the ways like Les Miles used him. Like he would hide him behind the offensive line. Like he'd squat down, almost
behind
a knee
the
on
guard.
the ground.
That's right.
Yeah, that's like I just remember that and the ways they used him.
He didn't have to squat far either.
Think about him and Joe Brady's offense.
Yeah.
There's no telling what Joe Brady would have drew up for just him, you know. And then for my backup quarterback, I really wished Mettenberger wasn't on here so I could take Walker Howard just for being comical. But I'll take Zach Mettenberger.
That's not a bad take.
And I mean that. I would have took Walker Howard if Mettenberger was off the board. So
There's like 5 better than him.
yeah, but Mettenberger, he like everybody said today, he's the reason why Etling and Burrow even had the opportunity to come to LSU because we set the precedent that we would do it, and he was successful. So shout out to him for the 2019 national championship.
He had a cannon.
He sure
could
did.
throw the ball.
we just had a halfway decent.
We just didn't know how to play offense.
Oh, we did that
He
year.
threw for over 3,000.
Dude, they had it was
we
had two OBJ and Landry both had over 1,000 yards.
Yeah, that's not
Hill
enough.
had over 1,000 yards. I mean, it wasn't.
He had 3,000.
We averaged, I want to say, 30-something points a game that year. I mean, it wasn't because of our defense was giving up like 40 points a game. It was terrible. And the fact that Miles didn't like say, "Oh, I better make some moves with some JUCOs or something." I got the offense I finally wanted, but no, it's just typical.
We're fine.
Yeah. Play good hard-nosed football. Kyle?
Yeah.
No, right.
No, it's
Right.
right on me. Yep.
Oh, it's right.
Yeah, I've got to fill my flex position here. And I really want to get somebody off like the inaugural LSU football team so Clay has a stroke. I'm having a hard time.
It's getting thin, brother.
There's one you could play if you wanted to flex.
I'm going to go. Well, I'm interested. Yeah, what you got? This is who I think I'm going with, man.
Yeah, you could. I mean, because Clay would definitely.
Tommy Morrell.
No,
freak
that's
out.
close, man. That's close.
So you can pick Burt Jones in the flex.
Yeah. I think I will do that.
Yeah.
That'll keep Clay off.
And it's kind of like a trending pick.
Burt Jones?
That's right.
Didn't have a lot of stats,
What?
but it was electric on the field.
On the field, yeah.
Absolutely.
Did
Well,
Burt just get picked?
my final pick, I'm going Skylar Green.
Yes.
Okay.
Number 5.
Yes, that was my guy, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't take Burt Jones?
Who, me? No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I talked about him a
Matt
lot,
Moss.
but I picked Matt Moss.
He
Oh.
picked Matt Moss.
I was lost.
Dude, Skylar Green was trending Holiday before trending Holiday.
Just what I was telling him. I said,
Yeah.
he's not going to have the stats, but he was electric. Every time he touched the ball.
Dude, number 5.
Number 5. That's right.
Dude.
Yeah.
I think he had like little short dreads, I want to say.
He did. He did.
He got drafted by the Cowboys?
Yes. First. No, he was early. It wasn't first round, but it was early to the Cowboys.
Dude, I loved him. Like he was with like what's his face?
He
He
played-
was right after Vincent.
How many tight ends haven't been
Or was he
drafted?
in Vincent's year?
I hadn't drafted tight end.
So there's like 3 left?
I saw him
Have
playing
you
the
picked one?
championship game.
Yeah, I have.
What's
but-
that?
Skylar
Skylar?
Green.
Skylar was, I want to say he was,
Yeah.
I thought he was
5
after,
or 06 then?
I thought he was after the
He was the
03
first when
team.
it came to mind.
No, I'm sorry. He was on the 03 team. No. He was the year after. Let's see. Because he was a running back, is what they brought him in as. But he was an electric receiver, so they finally just put him out there. Let me see. No, he wasn't. He was on that championship team. Because Marcus Randall was his quarterback his freshman year. Yeah. Oh, he kind of has that LeBron Toefield feel to me. Like he was one of the first ones that I remember.
Well, turn off the TV. Top 10 Derek Jeter moments.
Overrated.
No,
All right.
that's a good pick, Corey.
My last
Well, thanks,
pick.
Peyton.
I need a flex.
I forgot he played for the Saints.
I mean, I've got running backs that I could take.
08.
I don't
That
know.
was right before Breeze and Peyton got there. We were probably forgetting a lot of those years.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
the
yeah.
next one of those taken, I think.
So I've got Chase, Terrace Marshall, and Demetrius Byrd. That's a solid 3 right there. So I guess I'll go third running back just because it's LSU. You need to have 3. It's between Spencer Ware, Kenny Hilliard. I'll probably go Nick Brissett though.
I was about to say, yeah, if you're going to go running back, you can't leave him out.
Yeah, I'll go Brissett.
I think he had 4 touchdowns against me. Feels right.
What was this? He broke a record.
He broke the all-time Louisiana record.
Right.
He had
was
a
sophomore
national
going
record.
into
I thought.
That's what
Yeah.
he has the all-time.
But no, Trey Holly
I know
is
he
about
was-
to break the.
But doesn't he have the all-time rushing touchdown in high school history?
What
maybe.
school was this?
UI.
University.
Yeah. He's actually a coach there now.
Really?
That must have been a playoff game. Huh?
Good for him.
Yeah, he was one of those
Yeah.
LSU position, like a player or something, and then but he took. I saw he got a home field job at UI.
Good for him.
So.
Yeah, that was the last year before the split happened with the private and public schools. We were the 30 seed and they were 3, and they thumped us.
See if you can find.
We
that
scored
play.
them eventually.
I swear he had. It's like the all-time. If it's not the state, I thought it was like national.
He definitely has
High
state.
school
I think Trey Holly either broke or is about to break some record that he has.
I think it's the touchdown record.
It's definitely touchdowns.
Because Brissett, he ran. I think he started running by 8th grade.
Because Trey gets about 3 a game.
At least, yeah.
Who's the next pick?
Yeah, go ahead and y'all
Bill?
pick. It doesn't mention his John Verhage game.
And I want to.
Bill, you better not take my pick.
I
'Cause
wanna
you're the only person who possibly could.
I want to put Burt Jones as my flex.
I think you need to.
Well, but
The Rusted Rocket. What a name.
I know. But I can't leave out this running back.
141. Did you see it, Clay?
And he was again in the 86, 87 time frame. Harvey Williams.
Okay.
Who?
Nothing? Crickets?
You lost me on that one.
Really?
You
I
lost
saw
me
the
on that
name
one.
on the list.
You
Here we go.
lost.
Holds the Louisiana State record for most rushing touchdowns in a year in a 4-year span with 141. Broke the previous record of 118 from Kenny Hilliard. Yeah, Trey Holly's going to break that. All right. Who's the guy?
Harvey Williams.
Sounds like a
saw
guy
the name.
you would
Here he
buy
is.
milk from.
Hey, 27 touchdowns.
Dang.
27 touchdowns. That's nothing to sneeze at.
Played in the NFL a couple years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
about
was
8 years.
his yards at LSU?
He was not top 10. Oh, yeah, he was. Number 6.
2860.
Yeah.
That's definitely a value pick, man.
Sure.
In the 80s and 90s, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, check him out. Get on YouTube.
First round pick, too.
Check him out.
To the Chiefs. That's happened.
He was a real deal.
Well, Bill, you did not take my pick, but you would have been the only one that could.
Oh,
About
God.
to give him another stroke here. But this was the original track guy out of LSU. He was a 6-time All-American. He didn't go to LSU.
Yeah. UCLA.
6-time All-American selection in track. Ran a 4.28.
That's not legal.
Well, he
Triple
did
red
it,
shirt.
Indoor and
he
outdoor,
Did
probably.
it. Well, he did it in different events.
Oh.
But ran a 4.28 40 in his pro day, and fast Eddie Kennison. He played from 96. He was a first round pick. Played from 96 to 2008.
Eddie
He's on the
Kennison.
list.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie Kennison.
See, I told you Bill would be the only one.
That was my only
But
one.
yeah,
left
he
to pick.
had a year with the Saints. Played most of his time with.
Oh, 96. That's respectable.
96 to 2000. He played a long time.
I was born.
He's fast.
Not 1896. 4.28.
Fast
Holy
Eddie,
crap.
Fast Eddie. Yeah. He was
Because
like the
I was
original.
definitely going to make a joke that like they didn't have clocks back then or something, but
It's 96.
yeah, I realize that now.
Stopwatch is not invented.
Time wasn't invented.
They played real football then.
See,
Yeah.
that was Jerry Donato.
Yeah.
Was the coach.
Yeah.
Traded to the Saints for a 2nd round pick.
Golly.
No, he was.
It was Mike Ditka. Okay.
He was in the league.
Our
for
goal as coaches is to get Eddie back to the form he displayed as a rookie. He led the team in receptions and yards. Saints went 3-13.
Yeah.
Good job.
Was he
He did his part.
Yeah, he started off with the Rams.
Rams, Saints, Bears, Broncos, Chiefs.
Came back to
Rams.
the Rams. Yeah, he was in the league for a while.
Wasn't he? Was he on the Rams when they won or went to Super Bowl? No.
No, he left and then they went. It's his fault. Played till 08 though. Yeah, crap.
I think he was mostly just a returner in the league, if I remember right.
That's what it looks like.
All right.
He had 11
So,
But he was the first track guy I remember.
so we're
4.28
down
40.
to the final pick.
Mr. Insignificant.
Insignificant.
Peyton
What is
Mitchell.
Who have I done?
Irrelevant.
Mr.
Irrelevant.
Irrelevant. I'm sorry.
Significant. Who did you pick,
I
Bill?
got a thesaurus.
Harvey.
Unfortunately, I have the tight end position left, and obviously
Sam Kennison.
I feel like there's been tight ends. Who's everybody's tight end?
I've only marked off 2.
I've got Thad.
I had David LaFleur.
Yeah.
Foster
Foster.
Moreau.
Eric Edwards.
Okay.
Brian Kitchen.
Kitchen.
Who's that?
Kitchen.
Oh,
He's one of
oh yeah,
guys
the question
who-
mark.
Todd's.
Yeah. I've got 5 other guys on my list for tight end.
Who you got?
How many catches do they have?
I got Colin Jeter.
Well, I mean, it's LSU, so about like 5.
I think one of the most memorable ones nobody has said.
Colin Jeter, Richard Dixon.
Yeah,
Richard Dixon was the one. I mean, kind of the
D'Angelo Peterson.
one of the original number 18s.
As I was about to say, I remember him wearing it.
Yeah.
He was he's kind of what felt like one that kind of started that tradition, in my opinion.
Steven
After
Sullivan.
He
Got drafted.
It was Mock that started it.
He was a receiver.
He was a receiver.
Yeah.
That's the only thing about him.
But he played tight end though.
I want to sit here. I want to be a local guy and draft a Rustin boy.
J.D. Moore.
Yeah, I know, just because of But I mean, he played.
Didn't really play that.
He was a fullback, and then because of course Miles had to have a fullback, and then he put him at tight end because he needed a blocker for a tight end. So
Could go Reed Gilbert. Yeah.
If he would have played for a couple more years,
His 1 year, he's probably top 5 in tight end yards.
And that's probably why. You could go back to Keith Zinger, who was on the national championship team 03 and 07. He was
Marcus Spears played tight end his freshman year. I was going to take Marcus Spears.
I think I'm going to go D'Angelo Peterson, though.
Yeah.
Because I felt like he had the ability where we just didn't throw him to enough.
Him and Dixon, I think, were the two to go for here.
Yeah, and
They're the most talented.
Yeah, I think they're probably the most talented. Peterson always, to me, just looked like he could have been a really good tight end. We just never used him.
I don't remember.
He was right after the Dixon.
I watched him.
So. Yeah. He wore number 19, if I'm not mistaken. He kind of wore a weird number for a tight end. But he was a freak athlete. We never used him. He had a couple games where he kind of really stood out for us, but nothing.
So
yeah, he probably had like
if you're a tight end, you don't want
35 yards.
Who? No.
You might could now.
Well, you definitely now. That's
Yeah.
Brian Kelly's favorite position is tight end. This is the time to go there now. And he's got no tight end.
And we got a good
Taylor.
recruit coming next year.
Yes,
I saw.
we did.
I was doing research.
Well, and you got
like Iowa or something.
You got one that's going to be a freshman this year. Dad might have been a legend. Jason Taylor's son's down there now. Mason Taylor,
really?
tight end. Yeah,
I think I might have did that.
coming out of Miami. So I'm gonna go with D'Angelo Peterson just because to be honest with you, there's not a lot of great options left. I kind of wish I'd have took one earlier, but I couldn't make myself do it.
There wasn't a whole lot.
And to be honest with you, I really thought I knew him or Dixon was going to be there at the end, so I just figured I'd wait on them.
Yeah.
Y'all, I think I only drafted 2 guys that Clay knew.
What's your team? What's your team?
I drafted Wyatt Tittle, Fournette, CEH, Josh
those are
Reed,
good picks, yeah.
Eric Martin, Eddie Kennison, Brian Kinchin, and Billy Cannon.
Now look, Clay, I understand.
Now I know 5.
I understand you're young. The Josh Reed one, I mean.
No, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay. I'm about to say.
After like the 70s, I think it's legit.
Do we have any?
I'll ask you what year you think they started playing football.
The 48 Wyatt Tittle year didn't count. Is that what you're saying?
I think you put any player in the NFL or probably on a college roster right now in that league, and they succeed.
So that picture of Wyatt Tittle where he's on his knees at the end, like the dude suffered a concussion, a head laceration, and a broken sternum on that play.
Yeah,
he had some grit.
I've got to find
he broke his sternum.
There's a video that went around on Twitter,
but he was insignificant.
And it was like the stupidest thing you'll ever see. Like the quarterback was throwing the thing like a freaking chest pass. It was two-handing it to people. One of the guys just comes in and roughing the pass.
Well, do you know who revolutionized the throwing motion though? Wyatt Tittle.
A chest pass?
No, he was the first one to bring it back.
Yes, he was.
The football was shaped like a basketball then, so you had to do a two-handed.
It's a freaking medicine ball.
Yeah, they actually
You would not have LSU football without Tittle.
Well,
he almost let that ball out.
So
he was definitely more important to
any honorable mentions that didn't get pulled, or is it really
plenty
completely wiped out your list?
Spencer Ware, Kenny Hilliard, Keelan Williams, Michael Ford, Terrence
Stephen
McGee,
Ridley.
Stephen Ridley.
Stephen Ridley.
I think Rohan Davey.
I was shocked and really didn't go. And Rohan
Davey had 1 year one big year at quarterback, but he was a baller.
But Ron Davis is kind of a legend.
Yeah, and he played well. You know, he was a serviceable backup in the league.
What about
Jordan
David
Jefferson.
Woodley? Anybody remember David Woodley?
No.
Holy cow! Starting quarterback for the Miami Dolphins in the Super Bowl.
Crickets.
The 72 Dolphins?
No,
it don't matter.
Like, wow.
Marcus.
Hey, he's from Shreveport too.
Marcus Randall had a good career at LSU.
Malachi Dupree. He's
Herb
the one I
Tyler?
almost went with.
No. Who?
Malachi Dupree.
He had no.
He was solid.
Malachi Dupree, he sucked.
He didn't. And he should have never left early in the draft, and he left, and he never made a roster.
He played for
I
Green
put
Bay.
him on my list
No,
just
he
in
was
case crap hit the fan.
Drafted by Green Bay. He never saw the field on Green Bay.
He probably played a little bit.
He never touched
Pull it
the
up.
field in the NFL.
Pull it up. Never touched the field.
He probably played a little bit.
Yeah, pull it up. Go over it. Pull it up. Promise you, he never saw the field.
No career stats.
He got hurt.
Oh, he sucked. He weighed like $185.
He was solid.
He was too tall, too skinny.
He wasn't that good at LSU.
No, he was horrible at LSU.
Sophomore, 698 yards, 6 touchdowns, and then 593 and 3 touchdowns.
Those are YATL numbers.
Thaddeus Moss had more numbers than that.
Chase had that in 3 games.
Yeah, like...
Some of these names we have drafted, he has probably outperformed.
No.
I guarantee you.
He
probably led these teams in receiving.
No.
Yeah, let's look. Yeah, he did. By a wide margin. Traven Durrell was our second receiver there. Look at him.
Hey,
698, and then Trevin Durrell, and then Leonard Fournette was our third receiver.
I was a big fan of Durrell there.
But you weren't a fan of the guy that was better.
DJ Chark was on that team. He just wasn't a freshman. I mean,
DJ Chark was.
He was a way better receiver on that roster. He just wasn't playing.
Jackson got the ball. Heck yeah.
Dude,
I had Brandon Harris.
Dupree was the biggest bust. He was a big 5-star coming out of New Orleans. Was supposed to be the guy.
John Curtis.
And when he left,
he led the LSU in receiving yards the next year.
When he left LSU, everybody said that's a terrible decision. And he barely got drafted. Was it 6th or 7th round?
It was 7th, but I mean, he led the team in receiving yards 2 straight years.
Never saw it down, and then I want to say when Green Bay cut him, he got arrested.
Yeah, DJ Chark played the next year, 466.
Chark.
Dupree had 593.
And then
they both had 3 touchdowns.
And then look at the next year and compare
Chark did. Yeah.
So, Bill, the Kinchin family.
874.
Yeah.
So 150 more.
I took Brian.
With an actual quarterback.
First round draft pick.
Brother Todd.
Chark was a first round pick.
Todd played in the league.
Second.
As a receiver.
Was it second?
And his dad,
61st.
Gus, was one of the original Chinese bandits. So they were a pretty big LSU family.
But and behind them,
Derek Dillon,
the next receiving yards guy behind Chark was Darrell Williams. Like, I mean, 698 back then was solid for the team.
Hey, running back.
Thin.
No, I mean Darrell Williams was our second leading receiver. Yeah, he was a running back.
Yeah, he to me probably one of the most underrated running backs come to LSU.
Yeah,
he's been around the league for a little while.
I mean, yeah, Dupree wasn't all that, but crap, he was the best receiver on the team for 2 years.
Dupree just frustrated because he had the ability to be a top 10 pick.
Yeah,
he was supposed to be.
But he had Purdue boy and
and I get that, but you can still overcome that with you can go to combines and you go to pro days and stuff.
He had a 5-star throwing him the football. Brandon Harris was a 5-star recruit.
He just Dupree didn't put effort into it, man.
And neither did anyone else.
What's frustrating though? No, what's frustrating? 5-star, most receptions in high school history. Trey Quinn
sucked.
Transferred. And
Tyron Johnson. He wasn't bad.
Transferred to Oklahoma State. And I mean, like
he was good there.
He played with Trey Quinn. Played with what's his name?
It's almost like they went to places that ran offense.
Who did he play with at
the receiver at Denver?
Yeah,
Cortland
Sutton, and held his own.
Trey Quinn.
He had like 115 receptions that year.
Oh yeah, put Malachi Dupree in the CUSA.
He almost transferred to Tech.
Yeah, but Trey Quinn was playing in the NFL.
Tech.
He was with Washington for just last year. I still think he played for 3 or 4 years. I mean, he actually saw the field. Dupree never saw the field.
And Tyron Johnson
and he had Aaron He had Aaron Rodgers as quarterback. He could catch a ball.
Loaded receiver room.
Loaded receiver room.
And
he had a lot of first-round picks to beat out, for sure.
Yeah, those teams got kind of crapped on.
Yeah, I just not a dude. Him and D. Anderson, what we talking about earlier, Chance, them two, God, you want to talk about it, guys.
Did Jazz Ferguson go down there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then he went to NSU, huh?
Yeah, he went to Northwestern.
Got drafted.
And got drafted by Seattle. He went to Northwestern because he got in trouble. He got kicked off LSU basically.
So Peyton, how do you feel about your team? Kevin Falk, Tofield, LaFell, Early Doucette, Jamarcus, Buster Davis, Justin Vincent, and Peterson.
I kind of like my team.
Look at this receiver room.
I like my team because of it kind of covers all the football that I've watched over the years.
Yeah,
that's what I like.
I like Falk because I was going to pick Falk. If you were going to go Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson, I was going to go Falk.
Yeah, I think Falk to me is the.
Or if you were going to go Fournette, but I really thought hard about taking Dalton Hilliard, but then I just looking at the numbers, I realized that Fournette did it in less time.
Yeah,
a lot less time.
Well, Falk's, I mean, one of those ones that you weren't surprised he didn't win a Heisman. Really, you'd think he'd have been one of those kind of guys that.
I think he was up there though.
He was.
I don't think LSU was very good at that time.
That was before.
Is that like what years were those? Like Jason White and them?
No, that was before that.
That was right before that.
It was like the late.
It was
90s,
late 90s, right? Early 2000. Yeah.
So who would that have been?
Who? What are we talking
Falk
about?
Falk was playing against Florida's and all them when they were
whenever they were solid.
Old ball coach, yeah.
Got you.
And
like Miami probably.
And if I'm not mistaken,
95 to 98.
If I'm not mistaken, Falk.
Yeah, so that was right in the middle of Florida's run, and you
Falk
had
was the team.
Danny Warfel was that quarterback.
I mean, Falk was the team though. That was before they got kind of. You got the Marcus Randall. And then Saban came in and just cleaned it all up, and then just.
Who was the coach then? What was his name?
PK.
Who was the coach at that time?
No, the one before Saban, Bill.
He's on all the bank commercials, or was.
Oh, shit.
Gordon McHenry.
No, that's the Lord.
Who was the coach before Saban?
DiNardo.
DiNardo. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, he was the team, and then he had a good NFL career.
But no, I like my team. I love that.
They say he throws a mean right hook too. The A&M boys really say that.
Bill, how do you feel about yours? I mean, you got the wild card and Cecil, the Diesel. He's definitely got the best nickname. Probably the,
Which I got. You got Hodgson as my backup QB. Dalton Hilliard. God, I love him. Devery Henderson, Wendell Davis, Reuben Randall. It's a good receiver.
I like Devery a lot. Yeah. He's one of my favorite LSU players.
I think I got the best tight end in LaFleur. Right?
For some reason, Devery's not as the one that doesn't get talked about a lot.
Yeah, I guess because did they win?
Coach Hicks
was he there when they won a national championship in 2003?
Yeah, he was on
Yeah.
Yeah,
and he was the man.
He was the guy. He just doesn't. It's weird. He doesn't get talked about.
I guess because maybe it's because they see him as a saint.
That could be what
That's
it is.
how
But I mean, to me, that just elevates your status.
Well,
in Louisiana.
we talked about it earlier on the 03 team. You think of Justin Vincent, I like Broussard, Matt Mock. You just, I don't know. He doesn't get but Saints is more of it than LSU. You're right on that.
Clay, how do you feel about yours? Let's look at your oldest pick. Who's your oldest pick?
Demetrius Byrd, probably, or Matt Flynn.
Yeah,
however old they are. Chase, Terrace Marshall, Demetrius Byrd at receiver. I feel really good about that.
I feel like
height.
Yeah, Chase is definitely the most talented receiver.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's him and Jefferson, and then there's a big drop. Running back, you got Geis, who could be, the most talented maybe. You can argue.
I could argue that.
And then
Hill,
Hill,
all around back.
Yeah.
Jeremy Hill, who was extremely productive. Brosette, who was extremely productive. Thad Moss, the best tight end season in LSU history.
Yeah,
yard wise.
That's right.
And then Matt Flynn, national champion quarterback.
Ray.
Oh man, I love my team.
Debo, OBJ.
That's right.
Clayton.
Wide receiver core is solid.
Your receiver core is the best
It's
one.
nuts.
Who all is it?
Michael Clayton, OBJ, and Dwayne Bowe.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not.
You got height, speed, and possession right there.
That's right, man. And running backs, Charles Alexander, one of the greatest. And you got Hester.
Didn't you say you didn't know who he was?
Bruising him. That's right. And then I got Skylar Green.
The greatest.
Flex. Yep. I'm scoring points, man.
Yeah.
With Skylar Green and flex, you literally have 4 receivers that have it all. Like,
man.
yeah, it's dangerous.
They're spreading the ball.
Who's
around.
Terry Robisky? Anybody know him?
Do I know?
Bill perked up.
Tight end.
He's 6th in rushing touchdowns.
Oh.
We didn't mention him.
Oh, well, yeah.
And 8th in rushing yards.
He's in the 70s.
Yeah, 73 to 76.
So that counts from Clay's book.
Oh yeah, yeah. He actually played for a Super Bowl, so not for an AAFC. And does anyone know what that means?
Probably All American Football Conference.
Maybe.
We
don't know for sure. So.
Chance, how do you feel about yours? You're running back heavy.
I like my team.
I don't know. You got good receivers too. You got JJ and
you
Juice.
freaking nailed it.
I have one of the better. I got it right, didn't I? I'm a freaking genius.
You got some possession receivers for sure.
And I have a
Landry
good
and
slot
JJ.
guy with Landry as well. And Jefferson played well in the slot. And then you have Tolliver, kind of like a red
And you
zone
got a little
guy.
speed guy.
A dive, like we said, is a good pass catching back. And then I can just chuck the truck you, Charles Scott.
Yeah.
So what's your running backs?
A die and
Joseph
Scott.
Adai and Charles Scott.
Heck yeah,
Probably-
trending.
Probably one of the better 1-2 punches.
And Zach Mettenberger.
I think you might get the votes around Jackson Parrish just because.
Oh, I should definitely get that.
Scott, yeah.
Yeah. But, and then I love the Trenton Holiday pick.
Yeah.
I was
Not to
taking
like
him.
He was a legend.
Yeah.
man.
I wonder what size jersey he wore. Probably like an extra small.
Yes, probably.
Because he's like 5'6".
4 to 6,
Hey, dude.
5'7".
Medium.
Hey, the greatest
They
play.
list him at 5'7".
The greatest play of McAfee's career was when he
Was that
freaking
the
pancake.
kickoff?
He smoked him on the sidelines. Yeah. And then walked off.
Yeah,
I'm like,
Hol-
bro,
Holiday
he
got
was
my
also
back
like
up.
the smallest guy in the league. Yeah.
Did y'all talk about Rondell Mealy?
No, I figured Bill might.
Good. I have too many old guys on here.
Played high school ball with Ed Reed.
And I think mine would get the votes among the older fellows.
Yeah.
You don't know how to operate a cell
Any
phone.
tittles that are out
The
there.
flip phone generation.
My assignment for Clay is going to be to
No,
watch a
no, no.
documentary on Wade Tittle
Right.
in the passing game in the
That's his
NFL.
punishment this year if he comes in like last place in fantasy.
Yeah,
he has to be
send
like
me a-
locked in a room for like 5 hours to watch.
Watch Wade Tittle.
Send me a telegram. And
Hey, he goes send it over. The pigeon's going to bring it to you.
Yeah. Bring
Peyton
me the
Manning-
USB file.
Peyton Manning talked about him in Peyton's places.
Oh, big influence on Peyton.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did change the game.
Yeah.
He actually read back and through it.
I thought that was a joke when y'all talked about it.
No, it wasn't.
That was his thing.
The throw motion.
Skyhook? I call it a forward pass.
He threw for 2,000 yards and people were pissed.
What is this nonsense
Yeah.
out here?
That ain't gonna never last. We run the ball.
That's why he said
And that mentality lasted for 7
Oh, yeah.
years.
Yeah, Les Miles right there.
That's why he said they didn't have interceptions when he was playing.
No, they didn't.
Or a win-loss record.
Yeah.
What do you do if
It's a team
the
game.
catches it?
And if you go back and look at the scores, and the scores were like
7 to 6.
Let
7
me-
to 6 and 4
They
to
quit by
0.
4 to
ones
5.
instead of
Let me ask you this though:
Scoring.
where's Jim Brown at on your radar as far as greatest running backs of all time?
Man,
Because you know when he played, right?
yeah, like 50s.
50s
What was
and
the
60s.
stats? Were they actually good?
Well, he
Oh,
led the
good
league in
stats.
rush. I mean, he was all-time leading rusher till Walter Payton.
It's not a question of the stats. It's a question of the
Physicality.
eligibility.
Yeah, if he
That
qualifies.
Is he the first black player in the NFL?
No.
If he had to go fight in the war, then it's too early on for Clay.
No, he's not the first.
I mean, he ran
Brother.
for 1,500 yards every year. That's solid.
He only did it for 8 years.
Yes.
He's
Yeah,
not-
he-
Well, didn't he get the cancer or something like that?
No, he was just tired.
Did he get cancer?
Was it bad?
Ernie Davis got it.
Yeah,
The
that's
guy
the
that-
Express.
Yeah, the Express is the whole movie.
I think
tell you-
Chadwick Boseman played Jim Brown in that movie. So
case
that's
you-
bonus
In
points.
case you don't know Jim
Played
Brown,
Floyd Little.
Floyd Little, yeah.
he would probably punch you if you say anything bad.
Yeah,
yeah.
He has like a yarmulke on too sometimes.
Yeah, his stats are.
No,
That's
more of a.
What's the beret?
He averaged.
I'll give him top 10.
He averaged 5 yards a carry.
I'll give him top 10 all time.
You know,
Top 10 all time?
Yeah, running back. Those are solid numbers.
I think he might be.
He's a fullback. He ain't a
until
running back.
the late '80s. I mean, he had the career.
Oh yeah, I mean that's 1,500 yards, 1863, and 12 touchdowns. That's good.
And we talk about shelf life, and I think that's always something good to talk about with running backs. This was in the 50s or 60s, and he still only played 8 years.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not really a new age thing for shelf life of running backs, like they kind of paint it out to be. You know?
Great Barry Sanders played 8 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean this is
He
Jim
played
Brown,
8 years in
It's
Detroit.
always been like that.
60 years ago. You know,
Yeah.
Now Jim Brown was
That's
very
interesting
healthy.
to me.
There wasn't a health issue with him. He was just tired of it.
Yeah, didn't he
He's
go to
tired of
acting
getting
or
Well,
something?
kind of like Barry Sanders.
Didn't he go into acting instead?
I think so.
Oh yeah, he was in several.
I don't know what the contracts
Great
were like
film.
back then either. He was probably making $30,000 a year.
Oh, I saw Terry Bradshaw
Bag
made
of
like
wheat or
220
something.
for Super Bowl
He's not
year.
living off what he made for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
I
he's
can
living
remember-
off of his name now.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And even if you compare the numbers then to now and account for inflation, it's still nothing.
No, it's terrible.
No, it's still.
Get beat up by grown men.
Yeah.
He got paid in like acres or something.
So Peyton, that
gave
was
him a
your
couple.
birthday
was
draft.
Man,
Yeah, happy
I
birthday,
loved
Peyton.
it, man. That's
Yeah, Peyton, a lot of fun.
Appreciate
So
y'all.
we're at 2 hours and 45 minutes of
Okay.
just LSU offense, not talking O-line.
Yeah.
So
We'd
what's
have
this
been here all
defense
night.
about to be?
Well, we were here all night.
Defense
it's
is going
tomorrow.
to be a lot
so-
easier to me.
You think?
I
I think
defense
there's
will
gonna be more
easier.
debates.
We're not doing defense tonight, are we?
Yeah, we're starting right
You
now.
did study break?
Yeah, what I'm
Gotta
talking
go to
about is
bed.
like, there's not a position on the defense like tight end, in my opinion, or quarterback where you're just like
You got multiple.
they
man.
suck.
Yeah, no,
you
there's
know?
there's names, but I think there's going to be more arguments
gonna be more
over this
debate.
person
Oh,
going
yeah.
this.
Because we can go 30 deep on corner.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I think
So,
that's what's.
I don't
gonna
even know
make
how
that-
we're going to draft. Are we going to draft like one corner, one safety, one linebacker, one defensive lineman? Or
Well, you got to go D tackle, D end.
starting 11.
okay, D
We're
tackle,
going,
D.
Yeah, I was thinking
Yeah.
2 D linemen, 2
Starting
linebackers, 4 DBs.
Are we running nickel?
So are
or
we gonna
what?
do this next week?
We were in
I don't know. We can wait till you get back.
Well, no, I was gonna say do it while I'm gone.
I second that with Bill. Yeah. Maybe y'all should just come up with your unanimous all-time team, defensive team. It's
I think
unanimous.
that'd be even
Majority
harder.
rules. Majority rules, though.
Then there'd be so many names that aren't talked.
Maybe
Craig Stelz would never make the list, and that'd be a shame.
you're a fan. You've
I
mentioned
love
his name.
Craig Stelz, man.
He was white.
He was
white
he was
fella.
with Charles.
He was a
I
white
mean,
player
I-
playing defense.
That's back when I first started watching every single game.
Got
He was like he
You know?
felt like Urlacher with hair though.
Dude, he was a freaking animal at free
Yeah.
safety. Or strong. He's free safety, wasn't
Free
he?
I thought he was gonna
Free.
be another John Lynch.
I did.
And then-
Yeah. When he got drafted by the Bears, I was like, is that not the perfect spot for
Yeah,
him?
we're talking about John.
And
But
I-
I'd take John
And he
Garlington
never really
next week or whenever
came
we do it.
anything.
What did he
Jonesboro
play?
High
He was- he
legend.
play
He
running
was a
back?
little slow.
Linebacker.
I mean, I know
John
he's a white
Garlington.
fella, but he was a little slow. That's what hurt Stilts.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
He was more quick than fast.
But he had long hair, so that makes up for his speed.
Because he looks fast.
Yeah,
That's right.
absolutely.
Looks athletic. But no, I love that, guys. I can talk LSU every day. I mean, I love it. And going back when I was doing a little prepare work for it, man, it made me think of when I started watching LSU and all those years. And
Good
man,
memories.
A lot of good
Flooding
memories.
back.
A lot of
today.
good memories, man. Absolutely.
Had a lot of fun watching LSU football over the years.
Me too, man. I mean, all the
One of my favorite Saturday things to do.
exactly right. You schedule your Saturday around the LSU kickoff game. I mean, that's how I always
Unless
do
you're
it.
Justin Dotson and
Oh.
you get married on Alabama LSU.
I wouldn't have win.
Yep.
You think
We
Holly
lose.
was challenging?
He
you?
was still pissed about
I
it.
wouldn't have win.
You think Holly was challenging?
Oh, absolutely. He's still pissed.
That was the moment she officially
year
put
was
the
that?
mitts on.
Like,
It was a
Just
good
kidding,
game,
sweet.
too, I think.
something like that.
This kid's quick.
I would have not went. Yeah.
Yeah, he was not.
I'd have
happy.
told him
My
congrats.
computer just died, so.
Yeah.
And it was at nighttime too. It was one of the
Yeah.
nighttime games.
Well,
Yeah,
if you-
I remember leaving the wedding and coming home and watching it.
If you're listening at home, guys, hit us up on social media and tell us who you think won the draft.
If you made it 2 hours and 50 minutes on your...
God bless you.
We'll post a graphic.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how I'm making a graphic. It might just be a
It's
roster.
just going to have to be a roster.
It's gonna be a list. Yeah.
It's going to be hard to put 8.
You can find my guy, Y.A. Tittle. He's all over the internet.
I think you ought to post.
I'll post Y.A. Tittle
his
highlights.
picture. I think you need to post his picture for sure.
I'm about to do a breakdown when y'all leave. I'm watching all of Y.A. Tittle's college highlights.
It's only 50 passes.
There's no highlights from college. They weren't filming it.
Yeah.
Go Tigers.
He threw no picks.
Go Tigers.
Hey, chop on.
Who that?
This ain't how it's supposed to be. It should be just you and me.